Yeah, chrome shining, midnight highway, some talk trucking, some really lived it. Sunset fading while the stacks blow smoke. Still chasing dollars, that's the code I wrote. Peterbilt gliding with the lights down low. Every mile earned, yeah, the highway note. See these new cats acting like they veterans. 6 months driving, giving out seminars. Talking real loud at the truck stop door. I was hauling freight before they knew the score. Both hands squeezing on the steering wheel. Seat air so high they touch the ceiling still. Talking like professors. Never seen black ice, never crossed down a praying just to save their life. Mirror full of chrome in a pocket full of gold. This road don't care about your likes or your polls. Out here every mile writes another page. Experience can't be bought, it only comes with age.
Through the midnight sky, money on your mind. Let the fate roll by. Till the morning light. Real ones never fall. Keep that chrome alive.
Dispatch calling saying loads running late. Still cool as ice, never panic with fate. Seen mountains, deserts, hurricanes too. Still showing up when the work comes through. Everybody famous on the live stream now. Giving bad advice, trying to teach folks how. If you don't know, just say you don't know. Too many people planting seeds, they never help grow. This ain't hate, it's respect that's earned. Every wrong turn, every lesson learned. Grease on the boots, coffee stains on the seat. Every paycheck got sweat mixed deep. The highway remembers. Every mile, every sacrifice. The road don't lie.
Don't let them steal your soul. Keep your hands steady. Never lose control. Through the pouring rain. Old school forever. Built from the pain.
What up, everybody? Dang, man, what's going on? Let me figure this out. I gotta adjust this thing again. Here we go. How'd you guys like this song? So I made that song. Why'd I make that song? I already had deleted a live already from the intro. I already had to delete a video that I just put up today. This crazy thing about damn YouTube, man, is when you're trying to pick songs and yeah, we're good with this song, go ahead, and all that kind of bullshit. You're like, all right, let's rock with the song. And then so you make intros and outros and everything with the shit. Next thing you know, they violate you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm not trying to do this roller coaster thing, getting these violations and shit all the time. So now, from now on, I'm not done yet, but now I'm gonna make my own intros and my own outros. What'd you guys think about the words to that song? Anybody even pay attention to the words? If you actually, oh, good. Hang on a second. Why'd this thing start playing already, man? Hang on 1 second. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. So yeah, so now I'm just making my own shit. And if you listen to the words, there is a message in the words. What's the message, SoCal? Well, let's talk about it for a second. I'm gonna shout some of you guys out, but I just want to just, I just want to just talk about this for a second. Hear people sit back, talk about old school this, old school that, be old school. So let me give you old school hurricane drivers some information. I mean, you're old school now. Let me give you some information that you might not know, being so old school that you are. Now, I'm not old school, right? My dad is old school, right? And I learned through him. But am I old school? No, I can't be old school. I'm not old enough to be old school, right? But here's what I know for you guys. Oh, you like? Hey, you caught that, huh? The thing about it is this, right? Hurricane trucks are not old school. If you go back to old school, and I'm gonna shout you guys out. Don't trip. Keep commenting so I can shout you guys out. But check this out. Everybody wants to sit back and say, hey man, we're a hurricane, it's old school, 18 speed. For those you guys know, there wasn't no 18 speeds back in the days, old school. Old school truckers didn't have 18 speeds. What the fuck are you talking about? Old school? What transmissions, for all you old heads in here, what transmissions did they have? Now, we ain't going to go way back. We know about the pair of sticks, right? We ain't going to go back in the 60s or nothing, right? Pair of fours, 4 and 3. That's really, really, really old school. But what transmission did they have, the old school truckers back then? My dad had one. Shit. Come on, old school. Where's the Hurricanes? Old school. I got 18 speed old school. No. 18 speed's a newer transmission. What transmission did the 18 speed replace? Let me ask you guys that, since you guys are so fucking old school. What transmission did the 18 speed replace? What transmission? Wasn't the 13 speed either. What was it? Anybody know? I just sit back and listen to the shit, fucking everything else. I'm just like, this is some crazy shit. One of you guys got it right in the comment section. Appreciate that. The 18 speed replaced the 15 speed. Ain't that right, old school? Come on, old school. Hey, guys. I'm in a hurricane truck, Fuck you guys. We're over here rolling old school. Show me anything about that fucking truck that's old school. Anything. You guys are funny, man. They ran with 15 speed transmissions. They called them 15 overs. See some of you guys do in the comment section. They stopped making the 15 speed and they replaced it with the 18 speed. How the fuck are you guys going to sit back and say how old school you are when you got the seat aired up all the way to the top? Hey guys, I got my gangster visor on. Check me out. Look at my watermelon lights. Fucking visor's in my way. I can't see the stoplights. My seat's aired up too high. That's because you don't got an old school truck. That's why. Old schools ride on the floor. Old school cats ride on the floor. You didn't know that, old school? Come on, old school. If you're old school, that means the old school motherfucker taught you to be old school. Old school sits on the floor. That's why they got the gangster visor. You sit on the floor. Today's day, they cheat, and they got what they call these lowrider seats. You know what I mean? So you can air them up and shit, but they still don't go up in the air really. They go up maybe 2 or 3 inches at the very, very most. It's so for you soft ones out there, you guys can still have a little bit of a ride. I don't typically really do these kind of videos too often. And I'm going to be a very positive person on this video. And this is going to be a video that I hope, since this is a video that I hope you're going to watch, and maybe you and some more people can learn. You know, I go live and I tell you guys stuff, and some people don't listen, and that's fine. You don't got to listen to me. But the crazy thing is, there's people really out here getting money. You know what? I'm fucking up. Let me shout some of you guys out. God damn it. My apologies. My apologies, old schools. What up, 412? He done quit already? You fucking with the Russians now? Damn, his only options left in the game. Yeah, I guess he quit. What up, Terry? Shafi's, what up? Keep up the good work, Jason. We at Bose Metal Carriers believe in you. Come on, man. I ain't trying to hear that shit over here. Yum, yum. Come get you some. What up, Quick? T-Bone. Throw it away. What you guys think about the song, though? What you guys think about the words of the song? Damn. That's why I was late. I was trying to start this at 2:30, but I was trying to wait for the upload to get done, trying to put it all together, all that kind of shit. So I was a little bit late because I wanted to try. I wanted my new intro to be on here. What up? Welcome back. JF Trucker is missing again. I sent him $150 to his Cash App, and he has disappeared again. Has he? June 29th was Jason's last day at Hurricane. Hello, non-hurricane drivers. I need some phone numbers to call Russian companies. So here's my thing, right? I'm not here to bash Jason, just so you guys know. I'm not here to bash him. I am going to give him some advice, and you guys can listen to the advice, and you guys can be in the chat and disagree or you know, disagree or agree, whatever you want. But that's what this is about. You know, I gave him advice last time, and he was on the right track, right? He was on the right track. He went and got a company position, and fuck, he saved up like 10 grand. Right? He was on track. We'll talk about it. Hang on. What up, Clinton? What up, Matthew Miller? FJ, what up? What's up, SoCal? Watching the Oh, you're watching the fight. There you go. What up, Atlanta? Coach couldn't shift the 18 speed. His truck might have been an automatic. I'm just saying. Z Transportation out of New Jersey is Jason's friendly company. Who the fuck is Z Transportation? Nah, man. I've met truckers who drive their entire life and don't make no money. Nice lyrics. Thank you. God damn it. I appreciate that, FJ. Nice lyrics. That's what I'm talking about. Fucking appreciate that. Damn, man. I work so hard to make my own fucking song. Not with my voice, of course. Shout out to AI. And god damn it, one person appreciated it. All right, then. There is JF. He is not missing. This man is right here in the comment section. Coach no longer at Hurricane. That's crazy. Why is it crazy? Murray, Kentucky is a Jason friendly company. Oh, you guys are giving out companies for Jason? Yeah, if everybody can, man. Let's put some good companies out there for him. Does Daphne ever get tired of Jason's scams and bullshit games? Welcome back. Let's do one thing, if you don't mind, respectfully. Let's not mention no wives and kids on here, please. If you don't mind, delete this comment, man. If you don't mind, I appreciate you. I don't. What up, Ed? Shoppy says, hell yeah. Yep, good lyrics. Listening and driving, solo round trip to Tracy and back to Rialto. 86 per mile. There you go. Call Jason right now. Let's hear his excuses for promoting trash leases. I mean, that's for you guys to do that shit, man. Like I said, I'm gonna try to make this a positive video. I don't want to put no emotion in it, but let me get the shout outs out the way and I'm gonna get to it. How was your first year on with your own truck going? Oh, we're talking to FJ? Let's see. Did I shout everybody out? Let me look down the list. What up, Kevin? Shit, let's see. There we go. What up, Ben? I think I shouted. What up, DJ? I bet they never heard of a 15 double over. I bet they never heard of a 2-speed rear ends. Yeah, they used to use 2-speed rears too. That's old school, DJ. I'm new school. I got CDLs with automatic. Man, you got more than one CDL? See, now that's talent. When you have more than one CDL, that is the business. He says, I got CDLs with automatic restrictions, wearing my safety vest with no pain. Wow, that's crazy. Man on the road, that old shit was junk. I mean, people say that. Some people appreciate it. I don't know. I mean, the stuff we have today is cool, but I mean, old school, man, I like those trucks. What up, Mob? What up, Level Up? All right, I think I got through the names, so now I can get to my session here. All right. So here's the craziest thing, right? Well, let's play this video. Fuck it. Then we'll talk. Let's play this video so you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Here we are. Once again, see, Coach is gonna see the thumbnail. He doesn't watch, and then let me tell you what's funny about Coach, right? Or Jason, I should say. He's mad at me. He blocked me from everything and everything else because he said I talked about him. The crazy thing is, I've been talking about Hurricane. How long have I been talking about Hurricane, guys? How long have I been talking about Prime, guys? But since he went to Hurricane, all of a sudden, everything I talk about with Prime, the things I like and don't like, it's all directed at him now. So now he, yeah, remember he did that fuck you video, SoCal? So just so there's no misunderstanding, when you see this one, Coach, I am talking about you on this one. Your name's in it, your thumbnail. I just want to get some clarity, right? I just want to get some clarity. Now, the cool thing is I could trash you, but that's not my speed. That's not what I do. So this video, I hope, is going to help you and help all the other people that followed you to the train wreck. Fuck, I said train wreck. I mean, to the least positions. You know what I mean? Let's play this video.
Guys, you never cease to amaze me.
Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear that. No, he wasn't in Vegas with me. Person I met in Vegas was James Best and Come On With It, Quick. No, I never met Coach in Vegas. Come on now.
Guys, you never cease to amaze me. You're calling me a hurricane homer, and I'm not even in their damn truck. It's just blowing my mind. I figured you would take the hint when I started changing the cover photos and stuff like that at Truckers Coach page, but you didn't. So anyway, guys, listen. I got nothing bad to say about Hurricane Express. It just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. If it doesn't work out, you move.
Shout out to Level Up.
And
This
that's
is where I
what
got
did.
this video from.
Okay, I went to Spot Market Reefer, and that's what I'm doing. All right, but you know, hurricane drivers, I hope you stick around. I hope you do. I hope you stick around. I've got some good things to say, and you know.
Wait a minute, is Level Up Trip?
But
I got the
anyway,
video from
I want to know
Tripp's
what you think
page.
is best. Is it
Is it
better
called Level Up?
to do
Goddamn,
3,000
I don't even know
miles
what
a
your page is
week
called.
at $1.60?
I'm talking over the
Hopefully
fucking
you stick
video.
around.
Hang on. God damn it. All right. So Level Up is Trip. Okay. I just want to make sure. God damn it. Fuck. I only got 1 night of sleep this week. I'm tripping.
You stick around. I've got some good things to say, and you know, hopefully you stick around. But anyway, I want to know what you think is best. Is it better to do 3,000 miles a week at $1.60 to $1.62 a mile? 100% of that rate, loaded and empty, same rate. Let's just call it same rate. Is it better to do that, or is it better? This is my current load, $4,500 or 1,274 loaded miles at 87% and still have 4 days left to work in the week. You guys tell me. I want to know. You guys tell me what you think.
I'm going to respond to this question that you asked real quick before I get into everything else. Coach, you know, and everybody watching, haven't I been telling you guys how great the rates are? I keep telling you guys, don't go lease a fucking truck. I keep saying, why the fuck are you guys at goddamn Hirschbach and Hurricane and all these other fucking places paying you guys $1.30 a mile, right? Apparently it's $1.60. I keep asking you guys, why do that and pay these crazy ass prices on these trucks when the rates out here are just retarded crazy, right? Retarded crazy, right? Don't even know my name. I do know your name. I just didn't know it's Level Up Trucking, goddammit. Shit. I didn't pay attention. But you know what I'm saying? Haven't I been talking about that? All of a sudden it's brand spanking new news and he's asking you guys a question. This is the crazy situation, Jason. You're trying to help truckers. You're trying to call yourself the coach. And you're trying to be a coach, and you can't even answer these simple fucking questions. I bet everybody in my comment section can answer this for you. Now, I don't know if you're really trying to ask the question like you really don't know, or you're happy because you're getting a little bit more money than you are before. $4,500. What do you say? 1,200 miles, whatever the fuck. And so you're trying to brag? I don't know. I mean, that's not bragging. See, that's why I can't tell about my rates on here because, Jason, you wouldn't believe it. It wouldn't be in your reality. Right? You're 1,200 miles. But I get it. I understand. Right? I get it. But what up, Red Top? Hey, really quick, guys, make sure you go to Red Top's channel too, man, because you know, he's showing you guys some skateboarding shit, man. Check him out. But that's what I've been telling you guys. Don't get in these funky ass fucking leases, these crazy ass high truck payments, getting a fucking $1.60 when the rates are crazy as fuck. Anyway, let me get back to this part because he's asking you guys the question. If you guys just comment in the comment section and respond to his question for him.
For 1,274 loaded miles at 87%.
Was good, buddy. Was good.
And still have 4 days left to work in the week. You guys tell me. I want to know. You guys tell me what you think. We'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
So he done quit Hurricane. He done quit Hurricane, right? He done quit BLC. So I want to tell you something, Coach. And this ain't. Here's the craziest shit. When Coach sees this, he's gonna skim through it. He's not gonna watch the whole thing. He's gonna think I'm bashing him. I'm gonna hear the James Best like, man, is that all you got to do is talk about Coach? Like, I'm here to fucking help, right? Like, honestly, Coach, I put you on track. You make everybody think that we were talking every day on the phone. I don't know where the fuck that came from, but I would call James Best. You'd be on the phone with him. When you had questions, you'd text me about some trucks and shit like that. But I'm legitly was here to help you, right? You saved up $10,000 being a company job, being a company driver, $10,000. Unless somebody's lying, unless you're lying, I don't know. Think about this now. It don't take a rocket scientist to fucking do this little equation situation, right? This comparison. So let's do this real quick. And I know you're so happy about your $4,500, and he still got 4 days on the clock. I get all that shit, bro. But look, check this out. You went company. Number one, matter of fact, chat, help me out. Number one, we're gonna do 1, 2, and 3, or whatever numbers. 1, you went company and saved $10,000. What up, Josh? Which means that was working for you, right? That means it was working for you. The process was working. You were a company, you were saving money. Now, before that, I remember there's a company that you were at. Help me out, chat. Where was he at? He was somewhere. Him and Tim or something. Remember when they're doing the cowboy hats and smoking cigarettes and shit? Which that's crazy as hell, bro. Like, you just you disrespect yourself for social media by doing cigarette commercials on your channel, smoking, all that kind of shit. You know? But remember, he said he saved up $30,000 and Tim saved up $30,000 and that they never made so much money in their whole life before. Oh, that was Hirschbach. If I was at a company and I was able to save $30,000, I would have stayed there. Because if you can save 30, you can save 60. If you can save 60, you can save 120, right? The crazy thing is, where did that $30,000 go? You saved 30 grand. You told everybody. Now, unless you're bullshitting, I have no clue these days. I can't ever tell if you're being honest or you're just talking to be talking. I have no clue. But I could have swore you said you saved up $30,000, and then somewhere along the line, that $30,000 is gone. You can't get your own truck or whatever. A lot of crazy shit happened. We talk. You go company. Great move, by the way. You saved 10 grand. Again, where did the 30 go is beyond me. But you saved the 10. I don't hear from you no more. No problem. And then I watch your videos saying that you went lease. You went lease. And I was like, fuck, what happened? You were on a good fucking plan here. You're on a good streak. You saved 10 G's, right? You were on a good streak. I don't know what happened. And then he went into a BLC truck. And I don't know, you put brand new tires on it. Brand new drive tires. You spent however much that was. And then you put $5,000 down on the truck. And I was just confused. I was like, what the fuck happened to the plan here? That wasn't part of the plan. See, if you are a mentee of mine, which you're not, because, you know, but I would not tell my mentee why he's saving 10 grand at a company position to leave there. I would never tell him that. When he says, hey, man, I saved 10 grand at this fucking company position, hell yeah. Stay there. Keep doing what you're doing. Let's build up that 10 grand. Whatever it is you're doing, keep doing the same thing. Let's let that 10 stack up to 20. If you're a mentee, of course. But instead, he spent, I'm guessing, he spent the whole 10 on BLC's truck, on tires and $5,000 down and all that shit. He appreciates you. See, this is when people say, SoCal, why do you hate a lot of these leases? Well, this is why. This is why. Because no matter if you got 5, 10, 20, 30 years in trucking, they will find the dumb motherfuckers that goes to their savings account, empties that motherfucker out until it rattles on their truck that they control, then they screw you over and you leave. Tell me how the fuck plan that made sense. And then you said, now this is public, bro. This is on your fucking videos, right? And obviously we can't talk on the phone, right? Otherwise I'd talk to you on the phone about this. But since you put everything on Facebook and fucking everything else, and everybody runs to the slaughterhouse to get slaughtered, I figured people on social media can maybe learn from your experiences, right? Learn. I ain't gonna make fun of you. I appreciate what you're doing because other folks can learn from your experiences, right? What up, Anthony? But the craziest thing is you told everybody that you're going to shut everybody up. Everybody's going to have to shut the fuck up because you're going to show up with that title. And I don't know, it was 18 months. And then you said 15 months and 13 months. Fucking, we who the fuck knows how many months? But, and then he made it look like you planned it, that you like the short-term payments, right? Hey guys, what up, Deadhead? How you doing? Hey guys, fuck that 4 or 5 year lease shit. I'm on this fast shit. I'm gonna pay it off. You guys gonna see my title and all this other kind of shit. And I was thinking like, fuck, man, $5,000 truck note. Well, fuck it. At least he'll have his title. And honestly, I thought you were gonna get your title. I know people on the A fleet at Prime, and they're happy. They're making money. They're happy. They might not be getting the full rate, but with everything that Prime offers you and all that other kind of shit, I guess they're saving. It's not always just what you make, it's how much you save. And I've said that before. So write that down, coach. It's not always what you make, it's what you save. Save money is made money in your pocket, right? So Prime, I don't know about BLC. I have no clue about BLC, but Prime itself, A fleets at Prime, I've dealt with, talked to them, all that shit. Almost put some trucks over there myself. But with everything they do for people, it makes up a little bit for the rate that they're going to steal from you, right? So I was really like, man, he's going to get the title of this motherfucker, man. That's cool shit. 15 months, whatever months it was, 15, 16, 18, whatever, right? And you sold us all on it. You sold me, bro. Like I believed it. And then when you put you spent your own money on tires, I was like, yeah, he's going to keep this motherfucker, man. Shit, he put tires on that shit. How many people in the chat would buy 8 drive tires and give back the truck? How many of you guys would do that? Put a 1 for yes, hell yeah, I would do that, SoCal. Or 2, like, you got me fucked up. I'm not doing that shit. What up, 412? Like, some shit just doesn't make no sense. Right? And then I started doing videos. See, here's where you get fucked up, coach, because you did that fuck you SoCal video, which is cool. Do all you want. I ain't tripping. But you thought I was talking about you and I was talking about Hurricane. So let me refresh your memory. When you were at Prime, telling everybody the scoop about how great you're doing over there and how much and the 5,000 a month for fucking whatever, 15 months, 16 months, 18 months, whatever the fuck it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. I turn around and I was making some Hurricane videos. I could pull it up if you need me to. I was making some Hurricane videos talking about, their payment plan, the cheap truck payments and 22 months you can pay it off. And I was speaking about all that shit before you showed up to Hurricane. But the crazy thing is when you went to Hurricane, and I'm still doing my Hurricane videos, all of a sudden now, I'm talking about you, dumbass. I'm talking about you somehow. Hey, James Best, SoCal's talking about me. He's always talking about me, James. Now he's making fun of me being a Hurricane. Motherfucker, I was talking about Hurricane before you went there, bro. You did the same shit to me when I was talking about Prime and you went to work for fucking BLC. SoCal got to be talking about me. See this video? I am talking about you. You're in the thumbnail, motherfucker. You're in the thumbnail. There's no misunderstandings. If I need to talk about a motherfucker, I want to make sure there's no misunderstandings. You're in the thumbnail. Hang on a second. But I've been talking about Prime because Big Cat is over there on the A fleet. I was talking about Prime, doing whatever. You go to Prime. All of a sudden now, appreciate that they're dead, but yeah, I was just coughing a little bit. But no, then you telling people that I was talking about you because you're at Prime. And one thing I told James Bass, you can fucking ask him. Soon as I fucking found out you went to Hurricane, I told James, James, I'm still fucking making my goddamn Hurricane videos, god dang it. And if this motherfucker thinks I'm talking about him, I'm not stopping talking about my Hurricane videos. I'm not gonna stop no more. James says, I understand. Sure as shit. You block me from everything because I'm talking about you at Hurricane. Crazy, bro. See, you create enemies and chaos that's not even fucking there. It's not even there. Which is crazy. See, you left Hurricane, I'm still going to talk about Hurricane. Still going to talk about Hirschbach. Still going to talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And you're not there. I mean, as far as I know, maybe you are. Fuck, I don't fucking know. But one thing I couldn't understand was, with your experience that you're supposed to have and your knowledge you're supposed to have, you keep falling in for the trap. You keep falling into the trap. How the fuck is that? How the fuck does that make any goddamn sense? I mean, I don't know, man. And I'm on my channel and I'm going to tell my audience that I'm sure a lot of them watch you, that whatever your endeavors are, I hope the best for you, bro. I would really like to see a Jason Poe video that you bought a truck, you got a title, you know, you're making money and you're happy. That'd be cool as fuck. I'd be happy as a motherfucker, bro. I'm not a hater. I'm a congratulator, bro. There's a difference. But these female tendencies you got, bro, you know, being in your feelings on some shit that you created in your own fucking head is wild, bro. Wild. I hate it. What's up, babe? All right. I hate it when I hear about these fucking lease companies got another one. We got us another one. BLC's got that black fucking Freightliner that you liked. Rolling around brand new drive tires. You put $5,000 down. You put $5,000 down on the ego too. You put $5,000 down on ego. If you count all these fucking leases you do where you're putting all these $5,000 down, you could have bought and paid cash for a truck. Do you even think about that? You fuck off $5,000 like it ain't shit. Maybe you're rich, coach. Maybe you're rich. You know, I mean, maybe that's what it is. You give this motherfucker 5, this guy 5, this guy 5, this guy 5. Plus the truck note. Shit. Let's do some calculations. Let me ask the audience real quick. How long was this dude at fucking BLC? How many months? Put it in the comment section. Hey, babe, can you grab me some ice real quick? I don't know how this shit melted. You know, how long were you at BLC? Was it 3 months? We'll say 3 months. You gave them $5,000 down. $5,000 down. $5,000 a month for 3 months. That's $20,000 you fucked off. 20,000 miles you fucked off. Plus the tires. How much are the tires, Coach or Jason? I feel funny as crazy as shit to call you a coach, because if you're a coach at any fucking sports team I know, they'd have fired you. But 20 grand there, plus the tires. What was it, 5 grand in tires? $25,000. $25,000. Thank you. Hang on one second, guys. Putting some ice in this. You know, we get people that get mad at me, get on freeways and cuss me out because I'm happy and because I got nothing to complain about, right? But the crazy thing is, if you guys would make better decisions, including the motherfucker on the freeway, like getting mad at me for no fucking reason because your life sucks, right? If you guys would make some better decisions, your life will go better. Like, I'm not trying to clown you and make fun of you. I'm really, you guys ever heard of iron sharpens iron? That's what this is. Intervention. Ironing, sharpening iron, right? Or plastic. Maybe plastic on his side. I'm iron on my side, you know. Iron sharpens plastic or some shit, you know, whatever. But you had 25 fucking thousand goddamn dollars. And you just fuck it off. SoCal. You know, I listen to James Best and everybody else. I can't buy no fucking clapped out ass truck. What is clapped out? What is old to you? Red Top is in my chat. Red Top, what year's your Volvo, bro? Red Top's got a paid off Volvo on a flatbed. Killing it. Killing it. Happy as fuck, making money. Chasing Andrew Jackson, making money. Red Top's fucking Volvo's a 1999 out there making money. Out there making money. My oldest truck is a 2016. It's out there making money. I mean, what's clapped out to you? All these guys, these older trucks. Matter of fact, I still got to do an interview. Here's my boy Chasen. Here's a 97. 97, getting to the back. And you guys think this brand new shit is the way to go, but all they're doing as you're making that shit ass fucking chicken feed money, you call it. That's a whole nother thing. I trip out. How in the hell do they give you a brand new truck? Let me tell you something. Let me clear this up real quick. Again, this is an intervention, guys. I'm not clowning. If any guy was the owner operator, solo one person, I would never tell him to go get a brand new truck. I'd never do it. Never do it. Because the numbers don't make sense. I'm not against brand new trucks. Fuck, at one time, I had 13 brand new trucks. At one time. I got no problem with brand new trucks. The problem I have is a guy with one truck that's brand new. Now, check this out. Let me clarify something. If I got rid of everything and it was just me, I can afford a brand new truck if it was just me by myself. With my rates and what I got going on, I can do it. See, were you bragged about $4,500 and it took you 3 days to do it? I make $2,700 in 1 day by myself. See the difference, coach? See the difference? That's a big difference. Oh, I forgot to do the coach thing. And by the way, guys, I still got 6 more days left in the week. Man, you sound so foolish, bro. The rates are crazy right now, bro. Right now, for all you guys, right now is the time to get your fucking money. I keep telling you guys this. That's why I started going live a little bit more, just to tell you guys, the money is out there. It's been out here. Get your fucking money. Come the beginning of the year, you're gonna see it go down a little bit. My prediction. I've been right most of the time. But this year, go get your fucking money. Why waste your fucking time staying away from home and giving everybody your fucking money? You could have took that $25,000, Jason, and got you a pretty decent fucking truck. Look at Cam the Trucker, bro. You don't know who he is? Go look at it. Look him up. Cam the Trucker. I talked to him on the phone. We talked. He's got a fleet of trucks already. This guy's brand new in trucking, Jason. Brand new in trucking and doing better than you. How the hell is that possible? How are people brand new in this shit doing better than you? Let me think. What is it? Help me out, chat. Tell me why. How can somebody brand new in trucking like Cam the Trucker surpass Coach like it ain't shit? Matter of fact, I know you're watching or skimming through whatever it is you do. Read my matter of fact, let me put the comment section on this shit. There we go. Now it's on the screen. Now it's on the screen so you can see it. I just skimming through the video. Everybody with these older trucks, except for James Best, of course, because this is in the shop. But people that I know with older trucks, or they're fucking making money. They're getting to it. They're having a great time. See, Jason, this is how this shit goes, right? When the times are really good, like right now, you get as much of that money as you can. You get as much money as you possibly can. So when times are slow, you're okay because you got money in the bank from when you're killing it. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Chat, am I making sense? Cam the trucker has a $9,000 truck running OTR. He drives the shit himself. Running OTR with a $9,000 truck. What is your excuse? Whoever you talk to brainwash the fuck out of you. They brainwash you so fucking bad, they brainwash you right out your money. It's like you believe the devil when he shows up. But you can't believe a motherfucker that's really got good things to try to help you out. Is that crazy? You sit down with BLC. They let you. See, I couldn't even do that. If I own BLC and a guy's going to lease my truck and he's like, man, I'm going to put some new tires on this truck. You know, it's my truck. I wouldn't even let him do it. I would not have the heart to let that man spend his own money, put tires on that lease truck, knowing it's my truck. Knowing you're not going to finish the lease. There's no way. But this motherfucker sit back and let you put new tires on his truck. I would have said, nah, Jason, look, I'm not going to give you this truck. Look at the dumb fucking moves you make, bro. He's going to give you a truck for $5,000 down with shot fucking tires on it. God damn. Like, damn. You fuck off more money than a motherfucker that's got money. I fuck money off too. Look, I got a brand new 2026 Harley in the garage that I'm never gonna ride. I bought it. I'm never gonna ride it, Jason. I just want to look at it. I just want to look at it. I know I'm an asshole. I fucked off some money. I get it. But it's mine. I got a title. I get to look at it. I get to wipe it down. If I choose to ride the motherfucker, I can. The motherfucker will go up in value. But when you fuck off money, it's not even to fucking level up your life. You fuck off your money and give it to everybody else so they can level up their life. You let people take advantage of you, bro. Advantage of you. You're supposed to be smarter than that. You're supposed to help the less fortunate so they don't get taken advantage of. But instead, it's you that gets taken advantage of. And the new guys are surpassing you. Cam the trucker, I watched that kid, excuse me, I apologize, that guy go from no truck, I think, to one truck to 3 trucks. Now, it ain't about trucks. I know you don't want a fleet of trucks and all that shit, and I don't blame you, because I'm going to go live one day, and I'm going to talk about, I don't know how I'm going to title it, but I'm going to tell you about all the downfalls of my drivers, not the current ones, or not any of them that's nearly close to being current, but I've been in this a long time, so I got a lot of stories to tell about these drivers that get hired, and I'm going to go live and talk about that. So I get and understand why you don't want a fleet. And I don't judge somebody if they got one truck or a fleet. But Red Top ain't, hasn't done it that long in the game either. I mean, you've been doing this for, 20 years, 25 years. Red Top's been doing it, I think, 5 years. And he's got a paid off truck that you don't like. And I mean, I'm telling you right now, he makes more money than you. His lifestyle is better than you, and he makes more money than you. And he's brand new in the game. Brand new in the game. And happier than you. And happier than you. And he goes home more than you do. When you watch this video, Jason, or skim through it, or whatever you want to call it, please take some advice. Whoever's in your ear, kick him out the fucking car. Stop listening to him. Hang on a second, Red Top. I'll shoot the link, but let me get this across real quick. Whoever you're listening to, you need to stop, bro. We're in July already. This year's almost gone. Right now's the time to make money, and you're fucking around. And at the end of the year, when everybody's sitting home at Christmas time, having a good time and doing what they're doing, you're going to be out there struggling, still trying to figure it out. I'm not here to make fun of you, bro. You got enough of that shit on the internet by yourself. You make fun of your own goddamn self in your own live streams. But all these people with these trucks that are older than what you like, they're cashed out. They're taking advantage of the rates right now. And they're making their money, man. They're building their bank account up. You're still trying to figure it out. Why these rates are high as hell? You've been at BLC. Why these rates are high? You've been at goddamn Hirschbach. Bro, I can sit down with you right now and show how much money you lost. And if I was to guess, just off the top of my head, because I'm a numbers guy, from Hirschbach to today, you probably lost somewhere in the vicinity of $100,000. Straight up. Hirschbach was paying you what, $1.15 or some shit, $1.30, while everybody else is getting $4 a mile. Do the calculations. How many miles did you drive at Hirschbach? Matter of fact, how many miles since you started at Hirschbach till today? How many miles have you drove? Times that by, let's average it, $3.50 a mile. What up, A1? How much money do you think you lost? Think about it. You're at Hirschbach getting your $1.30. You're at BLC, fucking, I don't know what the fuck you're getting because the numbers change every time you talked about it. 72, but 100% at 76. Fucking, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna use brain cells to figure that shit out. And then you go to Hurricane for $1.60. Knowing that, man, they're getting $4 to $5 a mile. You got $1.60. Do the math. Do the math. Let me do some math for you real quick. Yeah, let me see here. $5 a mile minus $1.60. Let's see. Why is this shit tripping? That's $3.40 a mile difference. Let's say you drove 30,000 miles. Because we know you drove 30,000 miles. And I'm giving you a $1.60 rate. I know you're getting $1.15 or 30 or 20 or whatever, Hirschbach, right? But I'm saying from Hirschbach to today, and I'm going to give you a $1.60 average because I know you made a little bit better at Prime or BLC. So we'll say $1.60. That's a $3.40 different than everybody else is getting. And if you times that by 30,000 miles, how much is that? Do the math, people. Put it in the comment section. See, I'm good at math. How much that's tell you off the top of my head? I think he lost $100,000. This is how good I am with numbers. It's $102,000 you lost. 102. See, that's why people can't fuck me over on numbers because I can do it in my head without a calculator. I was close. I was $2,000 off. I think that's pretty fucking close. When you have to calculate the average of what you get compared to what the people are getting today, calculating that with 30,000 miles, I was $2,000 off. That's crazy work. I'll give myself a fucking hand clap for that. From Hirschbach to today, bro, you've lost $102,000. And you're okay with that. They stole that money from you. Plus the money that's in your bank account, the 10 grand you saved. Plus the fucking truck payments. How many truck payments have you made since Hirschbach? How much money have you? That's 102 just in revenue. Now add in the fucking goddamn truck payments you didn't keep. $5,000 over there, goddamn BLC. So that's what, 15 grand plus a down payment again. That's 20 grand off top. Now you're at 122,000 you lost. Plus the fucking hurricane. You weren't there long enough to get too many fucking payments over there. But then you're at goddamn Hirschbach. What are the fucking what was the 800 a week? Was it 816? Say 3,000. That's another 10 grand roughly or better. I'm gonna say you lost almost $150,000 since Hirschbach. Seriously, I'm not making fun of you. I'm putting numbers in front of your face so you see what I see, so you understand. So maybe you can see the urgency of maybe you need to sit down with a glass of tea, get away from trucks for about a week, drink some tea, get your mind back together. We all have to do that. I do that too sometimes. Get your mind back right, and then come back in fighting. But bro, since Hirschbach, you lost $150,000 between cleaning out your banking account, buying tires, to the payments. We're not even talking about the fucking loss of work from waiting to go to orientation. But you're okay with that though, bro. But you're okay. Hey guys, do me a favor. Can you knock out the trolls? We don't allow trolls in here. Jason, knock that troll out for me real quick. Let me pull this shit up. Oh, package came in? What is it? Yeah, you can. I appreciate that, Red Top. I see you took care of it. Well, don't do it next to the mic, son. We can hear all that. Let me see what this is. Hang on. Oh shit, that's your guys' Christmas gift. Yeah, like I start Christmas early, man. Shit, that's somebody's Christmas gift. It's all good. I asked you to open it. But getting back to the topic though, man. Like, here's what I would like to see. I know, Jason, you think I'm a fucking hater, which I'm not. You know how much I would love to see you and everybody in the chat. Hey guys, I'm so happy in life. You know, this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going. All this other stuff, man. I like to see shit like that. What I don't like to see is, well, they fucked me over again out of my money. I don't like to see that shit. Positive people like positive vibes around. Negative people like negative vibes. Does that make sense, Jason? But you've lost 150. This year's almost up. Let me do another calculation. Let's do another calculation. If you keep going, doing what you're doing, right? The $3.04, the $3.40 different times. How many miles does somebody drive in a year? Tell me, guys. How many miles does a driver drive in a year? 100,000? Am I wrong? How many miles? Put in your average. How many miles do you drive a year? Need your help, folks. You just did 2,500 miles times 52. That's 130,000 miles at 2,500 miles a week. People do better than that. But let's just use this number. You drove at 2,500 a week, $130,000. Because remember, you're not a company driver, you're owner operator, right? That's what you guys call yourself, you lease guys. You lease guys keep saying, I'm an owner operator. Ain't nothing no difference in an owner operator that owns a truck and an owner operator that leases a truck. Ain't no difference. Okay, so I'm gonna treat you that way. As an owner operator lease guy, you drive 130,000 miles times your $3.40 difference that they robbed you of, right? Robbed you, and they continue to rob you, right? Because they're not giving you the rate. That's $442,000 you're going to lose this year. But you're okay with it. You're okay with it. Think about it, guys. You guys do the math. Everyone in the comment section, check my math. If he gets his little $1.60, that's $1.60. You were getting another $1.15 at Hirschbach and all that bullshit, but at 2,500 miles a week, which is not hard going at seven days a week, right? And the difference between what you get paid and what everybody's getting right now is $3.40. I got to run it back because I might have lost you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're missing something somewhere because you keep letting this happen to yourself. So the money that you make as an owner operator, and we're not talking about truck payments, deductions, none of that shit. We're just talking about rate and money. Money made before it went out. You have a $3.40 difference from what the rate really is and what they pay you. So if you do the $3.40 a mile times 2,500 miles a week, which is 52 weeks. Remember, there's 52 weeks in a year, Jason. That's 130 miles a year, and you times that by your $3.40. That's 442,000 you'll lose. Now I understand you're not going to work every week. Well, let's say you only ran 60,000 miles. That's still $200,000 you're going to lose. You're okay with losing $200,000? You're good, right? Chat, am I making sense? Is any of this making sense to you guys? Because this is helping you guys out too. New Age, I don't think I go to TRC Freight either. But just think about it though. Everybody, I don't like watching people go to the fucking slaughterhouse. That shit sucks. And here's the craziest thing, Jason. Josh, no, Reefer's getting $5 a mile, Reefer. Josh, Reefer's getting $5 a mile. So if you do $5 a mile minus 160 is 340. Come on, Josh. If you're gonna help out, follow along. So the craziest thing is, yeah, you lose all this money. But the wild factor of all this is you convince other people to do it too. You convince other people to do it too. You convince other people to think that's the best thing to do is what you're doing. And the crazy thing about it is you don't feel like you're accountable for what you just did. Think about this. Let me give you a scenario. There's a guy, he's got 3 kids and a wife. He's barely making it. Trying to figure out what to do. He puts on your Facebook video. Guys, I'm loving it over here. Look at my watermelon lights. Look at my truck. Look, I just put a fucking goddamn decal and put Coach on both doors because I'm old school. Both doors because I'm old school. And I put my truck's name on the hood. Okie doke. I'm so cool. We are so happy over here making all this money. We're so happy over here. This guy watches your Facebook shit like, oh man, that's what the fuck I need. I don't know who this Jason Pope guy is, man, but fucking that's what I need. What do you think, dear? Yeah, you really need to do that. We're struggling right now, doing the rock and sand. All right. Well, I believe this guy. Why would he get on here and lie to us? Let's call a fucking hurricane up. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. And the next thing you know, that motherfucker goes to hurricane. The craziest thing is while he's walking through the door, you're walking out the door. You guys give each other high fives. You guys don't know who each other is. He's walking in because of you. You're walking out saying, fuck this place. And you guys high five one another. What's up? Yeah, as you walk out the door. That's the problem that I think that sucks, bro. You want to crash and burn your whole fucking life, your whole trucking career and everything else at 50 or whatever old you are? That's cool. But to do that to other people, like that's a problem. Look at goddamn fucking Wild Beard. The guy you're trying to be like. Wild Beard recruited all kinds of fucking people at Hirschbach. All kinds of people. I would say that Wild Beard probably recruited 100 drivers for them. At least 100. But he left all pissed off. He left all pissed off for self-driving trucks when the whole time he was recruiting those 100 people, they're investing in self-driving trucks. See how the fuck you guys don't make no fucking sense to me? How does that not make sense? So now the 100 people over there like, hell yeah, Wild Beard, we're over here at Hirschbach. And they put his fucking video on like, oh man, we fucked up. He's saying we ought to quit. They're a piece of shit. See, this is the problem with a lot of recruiting. This is the problem. This is why we have such a turnover of drivers. Because there's so many drivers that are gullible because they always think the grass is greener on the other side. They do. If you really look at drivers, they always think the grass is greener somewhere else. You do, Jason. That's why you keep jumping around like a frog. Why did you go to Hurricane? Because I did videos talking about how cheap the truck payments were and you can pay it off in 22 months. Hurricane wasn't even on your mind until I did those videos. But you didn't even do that. You didn't even get on the lease that gets paid off in 22 fucking months. Hell no. You had to go get the new truck that never gets paid off. See how that don't make any sense? I've never told anybody go to Hurricane and go get a 2026 and sign a rental agreement. That never came from me at all. Where does that make sense? Us content creators, and Jason Andrews is in my fucking comment section. You can ask him. I've called him a couple times when he's making some certain videos. And I'll be like, hey, bro, I know you're fucking around and trolling these guys and all that shit, but people are really going to believe you when you say shit like that. Shit, now he's got disclaimers and all kinds of shit on his videos now because, I mean, that's just how it goes when you're a content creator. Right? I mean, shit. He done told somebody about this one company and fucking he's already got like 30, 40 motherfuckers already over there already. How many people in your trucking career have you recruited? Let me let you think about something else real quick. Now, again, I'm not dogging you out, making fun of you. I'm truly trying to help you. And I hope you watch this video, which you probably won't. You just skim through it because you think I'm talking shit on you, which I'm not. But let me give you something else to think about real quick. When you were with Spectre, remember, like, everybody in the chat, you guys remember when he went to Spectre's? When you went over there with Spectre, right? You went over there with Spectre. You sat down next to Spectre at the dealership. I don't remember what fucking dealership it was. You're convincing everybody, which I can still never understand why you got to be on here and convince somebody of something. Like, are the people that watch you, are they like your neighbors or something? Are they family? Are you about to date one of them or something? I mean, why does their opinion? Why do you care about their opinion? Anyway, you're sitting next to Spectre, telling your people live, I'm leasing on with Spectre. He's buying the truck. I'm leasing the truck, but it's just like it's my truck. You guys remember that shit? And once again, that was a head scratcher to me. I didn't understand that. Because whoever buys a truck controls the truck. If somebody leases a truck, how's that the same thing? But that's what you told everybody. Can you imagine if you'd have stayed in that truck and finished what you started? Because that's the main thing I want to tell you guys. Lesson learned. If you start something, you finish it. If you start something, you finish it, right? But anyway, if you'd have stayed there, you'd have paid the truck off. Now, how do I know this? Tell me who. I forgot the name. Who was it that took his truck over there? Somebody took over his truck over there at Spectre and paid that shit off. Was it Clampett? Somebody went over there and paid that motherfucker off. They did the whole lease purchase thing like you're supposed to, and they paid that bitch off, and they got a truck. That could have been your truck, Jason. That could have been your truck. He paid it off a long time ago. Clampett. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think, it's Clampett. So the thing is, man, is that was your truck. And for whatever reason, someone talked you out of that shit, or something happened, or whatever the fuck happened. It's a bad deal you thought, or whatever the situation was. And you walked away from a great deal. Spectre's a hell of a good dude. Out of any fucking lease purchase out there and all that other weird ass shit, whatever, that dude would have had your back, man. He'd have made sure you're all right. And you left with bad terms trying to steal the truck from the dude. Does this make any sense to you, Jason? You could already had a paid off truck and trailer. But instead, somebody else is enjoying the success that you're supposed to have. As you sit here and lose between $100,000 to $300,000 a year, making the wrong choices, emptying your bank account to pour it into some other person's truck, that's a rough one, man. That's a rough one. That's a rough one to swallow. I'd be taking fucking pills too if I was doing some shit like that. And then you convince people, because believe it or not, Jason, I know this is crazy as fuck, and I don't believe in my goddamn self, but it's the fact. But you really, truly got motherfuckers on that social media that look up to you, bro. Seriously. Not sure why, but they do. And when you tell these motherfuckers the sky is fucking blue, green, yellow, and orange, they believe it. They do. They believe it. Don't you think the people that follow you, that look up to you, that's going to follow you down the alleyway and get ran over by cars like what you do? Don't you think you have some kind of responsibility for these people? Anyway, I'm gonna drop the link, man. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man. Instead of trying to fucking low key brag about whatever the fuck you got going on, if I was you, man, I'll just not even talk about a rate. Wherever you're at, stay there, finish it up. Even if it's a fucked up deal, just finish the shit, man. Just finish something. Finish something. Whatever it is, just finish something. If you finish something that you start, you have something at the end. If you never finish nothing, you never will have nothing. Truly sit down this weekend after you skim through my video and make some fucked up videos about me saying I'm talking shit on you. Really sit back and think about your moves, bro. Make every move your best move from here on out. Because this year is about to be over. We're all having great times in trucking. Shout out to the trucking money. God damn, I really like my let me brag real quick since that's what I get, accused of. Let me brag. Let me get my 2 seconds of shine. Let me brag. Damn, Jason, I sure do like that brand new 2026 Harley sitting out there. You know what I'm saying? In the garage. Man, I'm never going to ride. I mean, I will around the block, but that's it. Crazy, right? With what that Harley cost, I could have bought another semi truck. Stupid me, right? I'm dumb. Stupid me. But at least when I fuck my money off, it still stays in my household. When you fuck off money and your time, it goes to somebody else's household. See the difference? You're going to keep fucking around, bro. You're going to keep fucking around. And I don't care, man. Whatever. But you're going to keep fucking around. And then the rates are going to go in the toilet. Or they're going to drop. And you're going to lose your opportunity to enjoy everything that we're enjoying. I mean, who enjoys jumping from lease truck to lease truck to lease truck to lease truck? Who enjoys that shit? I mean, you got Tim involved with all your fucking situations. You got goddamn, what the fuck's his name? What's that British dude's name? You got Tim. Fuck. Help me out, chat. Fuck. Now I done forgot this dude's name. The goddamn air conditioner dude. Fucking forgot his name. I know his name. Stewart. Thank you, goddamn it. Fucking Stewart. You got Stewart going down through the same crazy ass shit. Like, crazy, bro. I'm gonna tell you something, coach. I mean, you have a good heart. I don't know you, but pretty sure you're a good ass dude. Think about things, man. Think about something before you speak on something. Think about something before you make the move. Hey, Red Top, I put the link in. Red Top probably gave up and said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying, though, man? Just, if you're going to waste money, like the deck that you put on your house, right? I mean, in my opinion, if I'm never home, to me, that's a waste of money, right? You put a deck on your house or some shit, but you're never home to enjoy the deck. I mean, that's crazy as hell. But at least it's in your household, though. You're wasting money. It's in your household. That makes sense. Waste some more money in your household and do something else. But we're in July, and you're excited about 4,500 miles. or excuse me, $4,500, but you're only going to get 87% of that, right? I mean, let me see, 4,500 times 87%. So out of your 45 that you're happy about, they're still going to scrape 600 from you, which is all right. But think about this. You still got 4 more days left. They took 600 out of your pocket and you still got, no, not 6 more days. How many days you got left? 4 days? No. Yeah, 4 days left. Fuck. So after the percentage, so the percentage is $600 is what they're going to take on that load. And you still got 4 more days to pay them a percentage. Think about that for a second. You're a man that's had your own fucking authority. Your own authority. Now you're going to give the percentage to somebody else. Think about that. 87% on that $4,500 load, you only get $3,900. 600 goes to them. You still got 4 more days left. You do that again, you're paying them $1,200 a week. That's $5,000 a month, just on percentage. And then the truck payment and all that. You see how this shit just keeps going and going and going. Next thing you know, you look at your check and like there's nothing left except for a sandwich. When you did the video, like, I just made $4,500. I still got 4 days left. Of course, that's 87%. I was happy as a motherfucker until I heard 87%. There's companies doing better. There's companies paying 10%. I know what you're saying. Coach, you're like, well, fucking that's no big of a difference. Well, let's just do this, right? At $4,500 gross, and you got 4 days left, so which tells me you did that in 3 days, right? So let's just say you're gonna do the same thing in 3 more days. So let's do 4,500 for 3 days times 2, because another 3 days, right? That's $9,000. Okay. At $9,000, they're gonna take $1,200. But if you only got paid 10%, they're only going to take $900. That saves you $300 a week. That saves you $1,200 a month. See what I'm saying, Coach? Just a simple little decisions that you make, right? There's so many out there at 10%, right? G-Dog, shout out to my boy G-Dog. He's out there where Cam is, 10%, and he's got a brand new truck. I think it's a Snyder lease program or some shit. Killing it, making money, happy as a motherfucker, bro. But anyway, man. If anybody wants to hit the link, hit it. Otherwise, I'll be jumping off this bitch. Red Top's like, link. Now I finally drop it. Red Top's unloading, loading, whatever the fuck he's doing. If anybody wants to hit the link, hit it. If I'm wrong, hit the link. Tell me I'm wrong. Whatever you want. What up?
Hey, why are you always hating on us lease purchase people? Huh? What's wrong with you?
Don't count on them on here, man. It's not the right channel for that. But what's up, man?
I'm just kidding. You're right. It's not the right channel for that. What's up,
What's
SoCal?
up, Mark? What's up, bro?
Nothing.
From what I'm saying is that why are we so small? Hang on, let me fix this.
I don't know. You made me small. It would have been funnier if I was bigger when I came in here with my trucker's coach hat shirt on and my freaking Jason Pope mask. It would have been a lot funnier. It's not that fun.
I'm laughing already because you're small and didn't even know it. Oh, geez.
Well, why are you always hating on us lease purchase scammers? Listen, I try out a new company for you, the people, every month, and you guys don't even appreciate me for it. What's wrong with this dude? All right, we're not going to hate on him in here, but...
Yeah, this is a positive video, man. Hopefully
Exactly.
he learned something from this.
tonight will be the brutal bashing of Jason Pote on my channel. We'll go right into that later.
So
what I will say,
in a positive note, to anybody that's in this lease purchase bullshit at all these places, what good advice? Let's take Coach out of the equation. What good advice would you like to tell these folks?
Good advice as Jason Pote, the truckers coach right here. I've been to many companies, so you don't have to. Been through terrible percentage deals, bad owners, and bad maintenance situations, so you don't have to.
You're giving out all the you're giving out all the juice that you're gonna do on your channel. Don't spill the beans on this channel. Waste it.
Listen, I just rinse and repeat anyways, right? It doesn't really matter. That's what I just
so as Narc, we're not. Let's take Jason out of the equation.
Yes,
because you don't watch this channel. What would you tell the people? Nothing to do with Jason. On a positive note, what would you tell these lease guys getting fucked off by Hurricane, Prime, Swift, Snyder, fucking Hirschbach?
What do you mean by like on a positive note? You mean like what good about Hurricane and all these places?
No. What positive thing would you tell them? Like, don't go there because of this. Like, that's all positive shit. It's negative to the company, but it's positive for them because they're going to learn something.
Yeah, they all have one thing in common is their bottom line, the company's bottom line, right, is not to promote you as the driver. It's to promote their payoff towards the truck that you're driving, right? They can label it any way they want to, but their whole basis for leasing you the truck is so you will pay it off for them. Hopefully with extra money towards them, right? And there's never, I don't know. We shouldn't say never, right? But most of these leases, these bigger company leases, are never schemed to help you make the most of the dollars that you put into it and the time you put into it, right? You were talking about Spectre earlier, right? I know. Your channel is different than mine, right? But I still talk to Clampett. For anybody who knows who Clampett is, Clampett's the guy that bought that black truck that Jason was in, 6 years ago now with Spectre. Clampett still drives that black truck. He was driving it last week. I don't put all his business out here, right? But if you know any history of him, right, where he lives sort of near me. He runs local, and he drives that truck and has been for 6 years. With the only major thing that I've ever talked to him about, and me and him talk anytime there's maintenance issues, he calls me, right, that he's not sure about, is injectors. I think that truck's almost 1 million miles now, is injectors. So if this guy would have stuck with one thing 6 years ago, right, he would have owned this truck that the guy that's driving it now, that drives it hard probably throughout the week, right, week in and week out, has done nothing but put injectors in it, and I'm sure general maintenance stuff, right, tires and alternators and batteries and this, that, and the other.
The regular preventive maintenance stuff you got to do on any truck after a couple
I would
years.
consider normal stuff, right? No EGR cooler, right? No freaking full after treatment DOC filters, right? Or no one boxes, right? Because I'm pretty sure there's a Freightliner. None of that stuff. No major overhaul. That's coming, right? But it hasn't as of yet. And I don't remember what
he still has time, because it'll do 1.2.
Yeah, and in the meantime, and I'm not saying that to each his own, but in the meantime, because that truck he paid that truck off 3 years ago, right? Because it was a 36-month deal, and Clampett may have paid it off a little early. That part doesn't even really matter. Is that's his third backup truck, or I guess second, right? He has 2 other trucks that 2 other people drive, right? He drives during the week, but he doesn't even have to, right? He just does because he's an adult male that doesn't want to sit in the house all day, right? So, I mean, that could have been.
So he started off jumping in Jason's old truck with Spectre.
Wait. T-Bone, was it white? Well, what was black? The trailer? There was something that was black, and I don't know what color it is.
The tires was black, bro. The tires
were black. You were right about that.
Yeah.
I don't know where I got the black from. That's stuck in my head. That truck was black, but it doesn't matter.
Well, the BLC truck was black.
Yeah.
But think about that. If he'd have stuck with it, he'd have 3 years of a paid off truck. In 3 years of a paid off truck, what did that do for Clampett? He bought 2 more trucks.
Yep, 2 more. And technically, again, it's everybody's got their own thing going, but he's working on buying his third right now. And he didn't buy 2 old clapped out trucks, right? He bought 2 pretty much brand new trucks, right? Neither of them were brand new trucks, but they were both within a couple years old, under 300,000 miles, both of them, when he bought them. That's what he's working on buying his third one right now, while running the one that, if Jason was stuck with the payments, I don't know. That's my issue with Jason, is not that, I don't care what he does, right? If he likes being at Hurricane, that's one thing he's always said towards. Sort of, he doesn't address me, right? Like, I go too hard at him, so he doesn't address me very much. But that's one thing he'll say about other people is, oh, you guys just hate on me because I'm here and I'm there, and, because you don't like Hurricane. I don't dislike any of the company. Actually, I guess I knew who Hurricane was. I didn't know who BLC Transport was, before 3 months ago, right, or 2 months ago, or whatever it was. So I don't really care about the companies. The problem is he's the one that promotes these companies to be the end-all be-all, but at the end of the day, he can't ever for whatever reason, he can't make the stuff work out, but it sure seems like everybody else that's there makes the stuff somewhat work out. I mean, Jason was just at Hurricane, and they have a bad name, but you can go to their Facebook page, Hurricanes, and see that there's a lot of people making it there. Right? So why couldn't the guy that's doing the most promotion, that's supposed to be the 27-year trucking vet, that's doing the most talking, can't make it work? That's my problem with it, right? That's the part I don't understand. Because he should have been able to make it work, right? If anybody can make it work, you would thought it'd be Jason, because he has the most help. But he's the least one to make it work most times. So, anyways,
all these companies, you can actually get to the finish line. Hurricane's got people that finished, that got titles. They showed us. It took them 55 years, but they got the fucking title. I know people at Prime that they end up with titles. James Bass ended up with the title of fucking Snyder. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you start something and you finish it, you get the title. Even if it's a messed up deal, you're still gonna get the damn title.
Yep. I mean.
But if you keep jumping around, you're investing money. I get it. You're investing money in tires. You're investing money in all that bullshit. But when you leave, you just lost your whole fucking investment. I remember him and Stewie said that every time they make a $5,000 truck payment, that's more of a what they say it was, more or something in the truck.
Yeah, more percentage of ownership, right? That was close. So what's crazy is, so think about this, right? And we know, right? Chat knows that we don't know the 100% numbers exactly, because not knocking Jason, but he's not telling us the exact numbers, right? He's not going to show us. And Hurricanes, or any company, doesn't matter, even though they tell us they're giving us the exact numbers, they're not giving us the exact numbers because we're not there, right? Like, we know some of these numbers shouldn't change, but they do, because that's part of the That's part of the lure, right? That we don't know about, but is if just going backwards, right? Is GP Transco, right? Is who was right after the Spectre situation. Spectre alone, there's one truck that he should have owned over by 3 years. Basically, he should have owned a Spectre truck and be able to been in a full another lease purchase contract somewhere and owned another truck by now. GP Transco as well. Right? So if he would have stuck it out with any, maybe one or two places don't work, but hey, the third place works, right? Like, I don't know, you're a kid and you come out of school and you go to 2 or 3 different companies, right? The dealerships, because the first dealership really sucked, has bad management, right? You don't like the other mechanics. So you go to another dealership and man, they ain't got enough work for you, right? Or they promise you'd work on, Chevy trucks and we're working on nothing but, crapped out Dodges or something. You don't like that. And you go to the third company and you're like, oh man, okay, this one works. And you stick it out there. Right, that's how like the world works. Jason's on his 6th company in 13 months, people. Right, company number 6 in 13 months. Right, that's just in the last 13 months. Right, the 6th company. That's the problem that everybody should really have with him, because his name is the coach. Right, he's the coach. Right, I mean, if you call Bear Bryant, right, T-Bone's in here. I think T-Bone knows who Bear Bryant is. They called him the ultimate coach, for Alabama. But he also didn't jump to a different football team every season, right? And said that this is the best team the best football program he's ever worked for. And then wanted to be called the coach of all time, the college football coach of all time.
Here's the word I was thinking of, and Kevin brought up. I appreciate it. Him and Guiding Stewart said every time they make the payment, they're going to have equity in the truck, more equity. Yep. And it's going to get to the point where they can't leave the truck because equity. And I did a video like, guys, what does equity mean? It means you can pull money out of something or sell it and pull the money from it, right? So since they had equity, as they call it, see, this is why people got to be careful with the words they use. But since they had equity in the BLC truck when they left, how much money did they take with them? They had equity, right? How much money did they leave with?
Nothing. Zero. Nothing. As far as we know, right? I mean, we can just assume nothing. Because they told us. That's what they both told us, right?
It's going to get to the point, man, where the rates are going to go down. And the people that are out there worrying about these brands making new trucks and these leases and shit, you guys are going to just miss your opportunities, man. You're going to miss your opportunities. Now, what's his name? Where's he at? You said you did your research. Where are you at on here?
T-Bone, I'm just saying that Alabama and Jason, I mean, their programs are pretty close to the same, if you ask me. The Alabama football program and Truckers Coach lease purchase program are pretty much the same. I mean, I don't know what difference you'd see other than one is football and one's trucking related. I mean, they're pretty much the same.
So New Age, look up NSI. NSI. If you feel anything out over there, let them know that Cam, the trucker, sent you. See how that works, Narc? I don't want their damn referral. Let's give it to somebody else. So, and if you still don't know how to get all that shit, just email me and I'll call Cam up and get the information and get you lined up.
One of the biggest problems, right, which, I mean, I don't say most. Everybody in your chat probably knows this. Probably most people that listen to this will know this. Is one of the biggest problems to have with, and I know this is directed at Jason, right? But he's obviously not the only one doing it. He's just the one that we all are most familiar with, right? Because that's who's in our community doing it right now. Is all these guys do exactly what you just said. Is they tell you they've done all the research and they found the ticket, but I mean, we know that they did zero research, right? And which means if you don't do any research and you don't know anything, there's almost no chance that you're going to find the golden opportunity, because in the real world, in anything, nothing like that. Financial windfalls don't just fall upon people, right? That's not sadly how it works, right? You just don't find a financial windfall by lucking into it, right? In anything, right? I mean, trucking, you name it, right? It doesn't happen like that. So that's one of the other terrible things that he promotes, specifically to people. That's I don't know, that's one of my biggest hangups. I've said this a million times in my channel. If there was some semblance to the truth on a lot of the stuff he said, um, I mean, I can make up on my channel and do whatever I want, right? Because that's what we do on my channel. But there's some stuff I can't make up, right? I mean, I put a video out there, the video a little while ago of his video, which by the way he's taken off of Facebook, right? Since then, that you can't find that video on his page now on Facebook magically. But 4 days ago, last Tuesday, right? However you want to look at 5 days ago, while he was in orientation, probably from the company he's at now, he was telling everybody how dumb we are for saying that he wasn't driving for Hurricane Express in that blue truck anymore, right? So like he's actively trying to gaslight people, right? That's the definition of gaslighting, is trying to convince somebody the truth of something that's a known lie, right? Because he knew the truth, but he was trying to make it as a lie.
But here's the whole thing: if you block everybody, how would they know there's a change on his Facebook if they can't see that because they're blocked?
Yep, facts. You're right.
Russell says, I'm on the low board, but I'm getting 369, 390 a mile, no matter what market I'm in. Russell, I'm going to tell you right now, my dedicated, I'm getting over $4 a mile, and this is all dry van shit, and then on some other dry van shit, I'm getting over $6 a mile, and that's a fact. I got Raycons and all that shit. So sometimes I was getting like $8 a mile dry van. So I don't know what you're looking at. I'm not tripping, but but I said reefer. I know there's a lot of guys out there getting $5 a mile in reefer. So, but I can speak on me.
Yes,
I'm driving. I'm not even talking about the RGN shit that I do, the Landau shit, none of that shit, because that pays like $14, $15 a mile. I'm just strictly talking about dry van, regular general freight. My dedicated is getting over $4 a mile, and then when I hook up to the dry van, because I'm not personally on the dedicated, I'm getting like $6 to $8 a mile. So I'm not sure, Russell. Let's see.
Yeah. 412. That's kind of a crazy thing too. You're right. Is that's one thing that
Oh, okay.
I've noticed about the trucking industry that's different than not trying to be whatever, but like I don't go out at where I'm at, right? Like I don't go out flapping my jaws about how good the company is that I'm at to turn wrenches for, right? Because they're always looking to hire mechanics because we can't have enough mechanics, right? But I don't want nobody to know, because right now I'm on a gravy train for the last 2 or 3 years, which I'm the lead guy there. I'm their most senior guy. Been there the longest, which is sad because I've only been there like 4 years. I think this is my 4th year. So that'll tell you something. But I don't want a bunch of people coming over here, right? Whether they're better or worse mechanics than me, I don't want a bunch of them coming over here, because at the end of the day, if there's 2 great mechanics that can work, that will stay out and work 18-hour days, eventually they'll start deciding that, hey, we're only going to work you guys. We're only going to work you guys. We're going to split you all up, and you guys are only going to work 10-hour shifts a day, right? Like I'm not going to pull 18-hour days, 3 days a week during the summer, and rake in overtime and double time and triple time, right? And extra commission time because I got so many hours. So I don't want people coming over and jumping in that shit. I'll do it all myself, right? I'll take it all for me. I did. Oh, go ahead.
One thing I want to say, guys, is this, right? I know when you guys listen to people, you guys hear clapped out trucks. I see brand new trucks that are clapped out trucks. Like, for some reason, hang on, New Age, why are you having a misunderstanding, bro? I don't got RGM experience for NSI. NSI is not RGM, bro. They're dry van and reefer. Why would I? New Age, come on, bro. Why would I send you somewhere for RGM? That don't even make any sense.
Oh.
But anyway, back what I was saying. There's nothing wrong, guys, saving up your money and finding a truck and buying it. And I know James says the same shit, like, I ain't buying no $15,000-$20,000 clapped out truck. And James is my dude or whatever. But I don't agree with $62,000 for a head and the little shit he did. But I mean, he's his own man to do his own thing. But what I'm saying is, think about it. You're against buying a $15,000 truck because you're saying it's clapped out, but you spent $30,000 in your truck and you're about to dump 80 in it.
Yep.
So if you guys find the right trucks and you don't run cheap, right? But what cheap is up to you. You don't run cheap. That truck will pay for itself and give you a good lifestyle. There's too many. Every time I leave California, all I see is older trucks out there getting to the money. Older trucks. But some of you guys on the social media fucking think that you got to have a brand new one. I would bet more money on I'd bet myself more money on a used truck than a brand new one. A used truck, I can go around it and see everything going on with it, get it done, get it right, and go down the road. The new one could be brand new, and you can have 4 or 5 sensors go out. You can have the DPF go out. It could, for no reason, pop the red fucking D-rate thing on there, and you're screwed. Brand new truck with all the payments. I don't trust those brand new trucks. There's too many people with older trucks out there. They ain't got the watermelon lights. They ain't got the skirts on the sleeper in the cab. They ain't got the polish and the chrome. But you know what? They got to check when they go home.
Yep. We have a brand new, I say we, it's not actually our company, but one of the companies that does our bulk hauling for us. They have a brand new 2027, right? It's labeled 2027, but we all know how that works, right? Because it's July of 2026, right? So, but neither here nor there. It's the doors tag 27, right? I guess I could put it on black. I have a picture of the tag the door tag in my phone, because I'm trying to help them with it. Quad axle, right, or a tri-axle, right, quad with the steers, but a tri-axle truck from the factory, Kenworth, Cummins, is non-drivable today, right, with less than, 5,000 miles on it, because the front diff, Dana Spicer rear ends, right, on Kenworth, the front diff temperature sensor, because the dash is all digital, right, it does have analog gauges, but it has, the temperature of the diffs on the, or the axles, whatever you want to call them, on the dash. For whatever reason, the front diff, when he's hauling loaded with his tag axle down, is reading above the red line mark, the temperature red line mark. That's not even engine related. They can't drive the truck. They can't run the truck right now. They don't know what's going. They thought originally it was a bad sensor. It's not a bad sensor. The temperature, it's too tight, something from the factory. It's a warranty item. Guess what? Our local Kenworth here, the gear shop, doesn't have any warranty techs in it right now because they can't keep them. So they don't have nobody to work on the rear ends.
They can't keep them.
can't. And so they don't have anybody that Dana Spicer considers a warranty tech at our local Kenworth to work on the rear end. So they're waiting for a Dana Spicer guy to come next week. So they have a brand new truck that they paid probably close to $300,000 for, and that they didn't run it last Thursday, Friday. They don't really haul on Saturdays, so they probably no matter today, Monday, Tuesday, until this Dana Spicer guy comes from wherever, I think Pennsylvania, to look at it at the dealership. Right, that's a brand new truck. Brand new truck. Had probably less than 1,000 miles, probably less than a couple hundred miles when they got it. And they can't run it. And there's no guarantee they're going to be able to run it.
One thing I want to address the mob is, mob, believe it or not, man, they make 2027s and 2026 and 2027 trucks sold in 2026.
Yep. It used to be if you would go to a dealership, right? It's like cars. Mob, I know you're into cars. But it's like cars is if you come October of this year, right? All the dealerships will be rocking their 2027 of everything. Trucks is a different deal. It's always been a different deal. It used to be around August, right? You would get 2027s or the next year, right? It used to be like August-ish. This one's tagged 2027, but it was a full workup, right? They special ordered it, right? Because it came with the factory tag axle per se, factory lengthened fifth wheel, and fifth wheel, whatever gears, right? Whatever you want to call them, the, extra long fucking movable fifth wheel. And it's tagged 2027, right? On the door in the, everybody, where that stuff's at, where the VIN and all the GWRs or GW, whatever the GWARs tags are, all that crap. Yeah. That's not uncommon. You just, if you're not looking at new trucks every year, you probably just don't see it.
I found a video of one of my new trucks. I'm going to play it for you guys real quick. Look at that. That truck was brand new. That's a 2020 579, brand new in 2020. I towed it to the shop in RGN. Look at that shit.
Yep.
Look at that shit. That truck, fuck, how many miles that motherfucker? Let me see if I say. Let me skip all the bullshit. $76 miles on it. It currently has 25,000 miles, and there she sits. So that truck has 25,000 miles on it.
Yep.
How would you guys feel as an owner operator? You buy a brand new truck, and in 25,000 miles, it's sitting in the shop for 4 months like this. I don't know, SoCal. I don't know about those clapped out old ass raggedy trucks that already made it 6, 7, 8, 900,000 miles already. You gotta have brand new, man. Warranty. Why you make payments, insurance, and everything else for a truck for 4 fucking months while it sits in the shop. That's my truck right there. Look at it.
Yep. I remember that. I remember that picture. Yeah, and Mob, not to go back, but Mob, this truck, I might put the picture because you can't. I guess you can get the VIN number and look, but it's the data manufacturer on it's 26. It's just I'm just saying it's dated as a 27 model, right? Like it's the manufacturer date on it. I don't know what it says, but I know it says 26 on it, right? Like they're not lying. Like it was made in 4 of 26, right? But it's considered a 27 model. So just FYI, right? I would assume. You can get on freight paper right now or truck paper right now and buy 2027. For anybody that members or is around that knows, is I was emailing Jason as Ben Sanders, a little while back, and Jason sent me pictures. When we were talking, he was trying to sell me on how cheap I was pushing back on.
Show yourself real quick, Mob. I won't put you on camera on live. I just want to make sure it's you, not a troll of you.
is we were putting on. He was trying to
All
sell
right.
me on
You
how
know,
cheap the trucks were at Hurricane versus going to dealership and buying a new 579. And so one of the things I sent him was a bunch of 2027 model ones that the prices were like freaking I don't know whatever they were, 235. And they were tagged as 2027s, right? They were selling them out of Texas as 2027 models.
And
so
But
I
like,
stand
the door,
corrected. Hang
um,
on 1 second. 1 second, Mob.
no,
1 second. I'll let
okay.
you talk. Hang on 1 second. Let me finish this real quick. I had 3 brand new ones went to the shop.
hold on,
One
I'll
I
be
just
right-
showed you with 25,000 miles. I didn't have to tow that one. I drove it. Here's the video. Because, you know, I know how a lot of people, you know, talk bullshit online. They don't know
I'm on my way to
look at mileage.
to see what's up with the oil leak. I currently, I don't know if you can see it. I have
25,093 miles right
5,000
there.
miles of this truck. Currently, 25,000 miles, and it's going to the shop, people. It's going to the shop.
There you go. Recorded. Now go ahead, Mob.
No, I'm aware of how the vehicles are dated, like previous to the year they come out. Like I know that part. But are you saying the door tag is also saying 27? Because for me, that's uncommon to see that. You know what I'm saying? The door tag being uncommon. Because you'll see a door tag and it'll be 626, 726, blah, 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 and it'll be a 27. You know what I'm saying? But I never seen like the actual date on the door be 27 if it was prior to that year. You see what I'm saying?
No, I get you. I don't know, man. I mean, only he can answer that one, but I know these trucks though.
All right, I'm back. I'm
You
sorry.
know they'll make them. They'll be 27s sold in 26. But yeah, the door tag
Yeah, I
should
know.
normally say when they were made. But I don't know.
Yeah, I know that, but they'll be dated. Like the date that goes on the door is when they roll out the assembly, and that's like the date on the door is not going to say 27. I just never seen that. No, that's that. If it was like that, that's uncommon. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Oh, I guess I don't even have it. Hold on, I'm going through my
I mean-
phone.
You know, I got a shop
I mean-
too, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm applying for my
No,
dealer
I know.
license, so I know this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you said that kind of threw me off because I've never seen the date on the door be wrong. You see what I'm saying? Maybe on an older model and shit. Yeah, because you know,
Well,
whatever they go through whatever.
regardless what the door tag says, the registration says it's 2027.
Yeah, I know that.
And the whole
Yeah,
gist of
gonna-
the story is it's a brand new truck that's fucked.
I can't
Oh yeah, we
believe
know
I don't
that.
have it
Yeah, that's common.
in my-
Shit,
Yeah, you
it's
ain't.
supposed to be like that.
I don't know in which I emailed.
New Age, make sure you put on that motherfucker, bro, that Cam the trucker
Uh-oh.
sent you. And go to Cam's page, Cam the trucker's YouTube page,
Oh, here, hold on.
and let him know that I talked to you, and you're gonna put him on the application. That way he has a clue of what the fuck's going on. If his company says, "Oh, you got another referral," he's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" So make sure he knows too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. So anyway, don't be scared of these older trucks, guys, and don't listen to motherfuckers saying that they're trash. Don't. I mean, yeah, just don't do that, man. I'd rather see you guys with no payment and all this money that's out there go in your bank account. You know what I'm saying?
It's so stupid that I don't have this door tag, and I'm looking for the people that emailed, and I don't even have it in an email. I do have it in email. I don't even have any door tags from our new trucks that are dated that we got last year. But it doesn't matter, right? It's just that's how
The
they
point
do
was
it.
it's a brand new truck.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's a brand new, right? Like it's a week old running. right? I mean, it's a week old truck. Um, it's crazy. Look, now this is gonna be hard to know what it is. You guys probably know.
Let me single you out real quick. Hang on.
You ever seen that? Anybody ever seen that? You better hope you never see that. Anybody take a wild guess of what that is? I'll put both the pictures.
That's a DPF filter.
Yeah. So if you decide to be one of these people that doesn't do, keep an eye on like these new trucks, right? Crankcase pressure or internal pressure, like you don't change your crankcase filters, right? And you let the back pressure build up. And they internally get, too much pressure build up in them, and then they start sending oil into your more oil into the exhaust.
DPF.
Normal.
Yep.
Then it melts down. You get 2,100 degrees of temperature on your SCR, and they look like this. Which it doesn't look that way, but that's one solid sheet, right, of glass pretty much. Which also just blows out all the compression rings, or one or two. It doesn't really matter how many it does.
Atlanta says, why give?
Right?
Yeah. Atlanta says, why give your money to a finance company? Why not? I got some shit financed. I mean, there's nothing wrong with using a finance company. I mean, don't get fucked. I mean, don't finance something with 35% interest or some weird ass shit, unless it's cheap, like 10 grand or something. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with, using a finance company if you want to use a finance company.
Super.
412 says my fuel mileage is trash. Change out your air filters.
$5,765. That is kind of crazy. I mean, these our RX motors get pretty decent. Even in our mixer trucks get. And they're most of them are X12s. They're not even 15s, and they get decent fuel mileage for what they are. Yeah. I almost guarantee they get above 5 for what they are. I don't know. I say that I don't really know that, but I would assume most of them do. Most of them run 300 or 400 miles a day, and they carry 80-gallon tanks, and they don't run out throughout the day. So that's basically, and that's a lot of idle time too. They don't run out of fuel.
I got a lot of mixer knowledge.
I know. I do know it. Look, they're pushing. Just so you know, the mixer world is pushing this electric thing harder than I've ever. Construction equipment and any of these others. Man, they're Oshkosh, which is owned by oh my gosh, what's the big parent company that owns Oshkosh? Wow, it's so stupid that I can't think of that right now. But wow. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'll come to me in a minute.
I don't think electric would do good, man, because if you're running a 2 slump for curbs, that's gonna take a whole lot of fucking juice to turn that drum.
True.
If you're doing 6 slump for grout and shit, I mean that ain't shit. It's like, I mean, there's still weight to it, but it's not so hard on the fins.
I'm telling you, they're pushing it hard, right? They've got Oshkosh has 5 or 6 different models out across the U.S. electric models, and they want it.
That has not hit here yet.
No, really? Yeah, I don't know where they're at. I know. I can tell you that one of them's here in Indy at IMI. One of their electric ones. It was on display 2 years ago they had the World of Concrete. Well, it's not the World of Concrete because that's in Vegas, but the Concrete World Show or whatever. One of those was here in Indianapolis 2 years ago, and they displayed it. And IMI is a company that bought it, or that was the display model, and they run it right now. I don't know nothing about it, but I know that Oshkosh they're pushing. We don't run any Oshkosh trucks. We run Terex only, so it never come to us.
It was funny when they did that electric show over there in Vegas. 2 of our companies wanted us to take shit over there. That was so crazy as hell, bro. We're there for 2 different companies, man, dropping shit off, trying to represent. That was crazy shit. And they had a lot of crazy stuff over there.
Yeah. Well, everything,
I remember I went to the one in Long Beach, and they actually had a hybrid truck. It was diesel and electric like a car, and it was a
Right.
Freightliner Cascadia. But I've never heard no. I mean, I saw it there, but I've never heard no more about it. Nowhere.
Is that a semi? You're saying?
Yeah, a 3-axle Cascadia sleeper.
Yeah. Is that was that the Allison one? Do you know? Because so Allison has a 3-axle. No, I'm lying. It's not a 3-axle. You're right. It's not. Because Allison, is their electric divisions here in Indy, but it's not a
Yeah.
3-axle. It is not. It's just a regular Freightliner. It's a regular tandem. Because they've supposedly been showing it off. I mean, I'm sure for a couple of years. Well, I know for a couple of years they've been taking around, but they've really been pushing it the last couple of years. But
So one of our customers, right? They're still selling buses, electric buses, like hotcakes, bro. Not California. Remember, we take these motherfuckers all over the United States, like hotcakes, bro. But they're electric semi trucks
yep,
because we got a storage facility for them when they make them. And I showed Terry actually today. And the semi trucks, not even moving, bro. They're not even selling. But the buses selling like hotcakes.
yeah, I believe it. We have, I think, everything. I mean, I'm sure not everything, right? But I would say almost the majority of stuff in downtown Indy is electric, right? Like I don't know very many
Trash
diesel.
trucks.
Yeah, I don't know very many diesel buses in Indy anymore, right? Like I can tell you that I don't see them. I know there's some, right? There has to be, but I would tell you the majority of what I see is electric. Like I can't even think of the last time I saw one that was diesel. But I mean I know they're there somewhere. They have to be. Because we have too many buses. They don't have them all electric. That's not even possible. But the majority of the ones I see are electric.
Yeah. What up, Chaka?
A lot, so it is what it is. And
man.
Atlanta, I see you. I see you in the comments here. FYI is a for us a not now is a yard of concrete, cubic yard of concrete is around 150 to 180 depending on what your rating is, but with delivery fee and all that stuff you're looking at around 220 to 250, which sounds really high, but it's really not. I think that's pretty much standard anymore. I mean, if you want 4 or 5 yards of concrete, it's going to be $1,000 delivered.
Yeah. It all depends on what PSI you want.
Yeah, that's what
2,000 PSI, 3,500 PSI. I mean, that makes a huge
I would
difference.
consider that just a standard driveway, 3,000, 4,000.
Atlanta, what is your deal? Like, it's simple as fuck for ingredients that make concrete. I mean, we're not here to teach people about concrete, but just for shits and giggles, let me help you out.
Yep.
You can either use pea gravel or 1-inch rock. You can use washcon, use cement, use water.
Yep.
Sometimes they put pause in there. Sometimes they put accelerator in there if it's freeways. Come on, bro. Who are you talking to?
Put a retarder in there in the wintertime. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And I don't know the answer to how many bags is in a yard of concrete. I would assume because it used to be, I think it's a 5 bag, right? That's what everybody said. So I assume that's 5 bags, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah. 5
bag is always the standard, right? Like, we need a 5 bag, right? So I assume that was always what was considered.
And here's the crazy thing too. And quick, you got like an echo of some sort.
Do I?
Here's a crazy thing too. When you use 3/4 rock or bigger, you get to use less cement.
Yep.
You get to use less cement because of the structure of the rock. What about sand? I told you it's called. It's not. They don't use sand. They use what they call washcon. It's clean.
Yep. Yeah, we don't use. Yeah, sand's not technically. Yeah, it's not
sand. You can't use sand. It'll soak all the water up in the goddamn concrete, and that shit will never cure properly, and it'll crack.
Yeah, I mean, different
washcon.
places probably do different things, but yeah, we don't use we don't get like river sand, right? Yeah, that's what we use, washcon, and it's sand, right? I mean, if you were just a Joe Blow and walked up, you'd say, "Oh, that's sand," right? But it's not. It's not the same thing because it doesn't have
Yeah.
any like the dirt. I guess the silt, the dirt. I don't know.
It doesn't.
The
It's,
fines.
it's washed and it doesn't
Yeah.
soak up water.
Right. Yeah, because the silts and the I don't know, the shit that's in sand out of a pit, right? I guess that's what disturbs because
What's up, Quick?
most
Oh shit,
like
we lost Quick.
like anything nowadays is that stuff so refined, right? Like it's because it's all computerized, is right. Like the way when they load trucks and stuff is that it's so accurate and on the money instead of you know instead of a guy up there hitting a button and saying and watching the scale and saying, all right, I need 80 pounds of sand, and he hits a button that turns an air solenoid valve 300 feet from him. Now there's it's all computerized, right? So when it hits 290 pounds and you need 300,
There's a tolerance too.
the gate closed, right? It's 300 pounds on the money, not 300 pounds, 301 pounds, right? It's 300 pounds on the money. And the scales are more accurate, and water that way, exact gallons of water, not 100.1 gallons of water, it's 100 gallons on the money, right?
And everything. And just so you know, people, they design the mix, and it has to stay in tolerance. It has to stay in tolerance.
Yep, facts. Yeah, and I'll be honest, the concrete part's not my world, right? Like I just know some concrete stuff because I work on the plants too. Like when I work on everything, right?
Yeah, I used to supervise all that shit. I learned just because I wanted to. I learned how to work on the plants and learned how to operate everything and do everything.
Yeah, and when I say I work on the plants, I just know that if there's a ball valve or a gate valve or something that's not working, or a ball valve or conveyor roller or something that's not working, I'm the guy that goes and changes them usually, right? So I don't work on the plants. I just work on broken pieces. I parts change. That's what I do. I parts change a lot.
Trips is why we're talking about concrete. Start over. I missed it. I don't know. Atlanta is one that asked all these concrete questions. We're talking about electric vehicles. What up, Quick?
Is I got echo still, or are we good?
It don't matter. You're good, man. What's good, brother?
Hey, I heard you guys talking earlier. This truck's a 27, the one I'm driving.
Oh yeah, you're in a brand new. Yeah. I tried to obviously.
Hey, what's the door tag say? Since you're in it, what's the door tag say?
I'm driving the motherfucker. It's a 27. Yeah, the registration
pull
says
over.
27. The registration says 20. The cab card says 27. So.
Yeah, that's just a selling feature, right? Because somewhere on the tag it says manufactured 01 of 26, right? Like that's not.
Yeah, I'm sure it was made in 26, obviously.
Thing, right?
Yeah.
I know. Obviously, Mom knows that too, right? That has not. That's for the guy spending the money, right? Because the dealership don't give no shits about they want VIN numbers. They don't give a shit what year it is, right? They don't even care, right? The VIN numbers, that's what they use. They don't care. If you told them, Cascadia, they wouldn't know.
With some of these people, I've seen it with my own eyes. They'll build shit. It'll sit out there and not sell.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say it says January, or let's say it says June of 2026. And let's say it sat there for like a year or something. They'll pop that motherfucker off and put 2027 on that shit and sell it brand new.
What about all those vehicles during COVID they didn't get that were there at the factory? They were waiting for chips for a couple of years. What about all those new vehicles? Whatever happened to those? Whatever happened to all those vehicles during COVID?
They sold them.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And I don't like saying the C word over here, man. Let me tell you something. Yeah, everybody can get away with shit on YouTube, but I can't. Like I'm making my own music now because when I use YouTube's music, they're violating me. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm making my own fucking music. Everybody else could say CB19 and do all that weird shit. I do it, and I get the big old red symbol and all kinds of some shit. Videos be disappearing. So I'm just very picky right now.
Yep. I can tell you, we're looking at me and my cats are looking at a 2027 Jeep, right? Because it's just time, and we're able now to buy brand new cars. And but we've been on a lot looking at 2025 models that haven't sold yet. And the other day I was at a lot. I was online looking, and they had like 8 or 9 different 2025 models. And we were walking down the row, and the salesman that knows, he's a kid, he don't know nothing. He's just trying to sell us a new car, right? And I don't believe he was trying to be dishonest. But when I opened up the door sticker on one of the Jeeps, and it was a Rubicon, right? It was a high end Jeep. The little door sticker was like peeling off on the corner, and I asked him, I said, this is labeled on your website as one of the non-sold 2-year-old, right, with the markdown, but it had 2026 on the thing, and it was peeling off. And I guarantee you somebody's put a new door sticker on that. I bet a $5 bill that somebody has, because it was just a black Rubicon, right, nothing special, but the little sticker in the door well was peeling off. And it said a different year. And I had pictures from their website. And I didn't go there looking for that, but I know that was one of the ones on the list. I promised somebody, because they're knocking like 10,000 off of each model year, right? It's behind. So, anyways, not that it matters, but
Volkswagen. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, quick, I'm hogging up somebody else's time, so I'm gonna jump
No,
off.
you're not, because it's only 8 o'clock. I ain't going live for another hour or so. I'm really not.
Oh, okay, we're good.
I got a
then.
grill
So let
still.
me make sure.
I've had a busy week.
Yeah.
You want me to tell you a fun story? I'm going to tell this on my channel tonight again. And so y'all hear it twice. Yesterday, I got a phone call at 4 o'clock. So talking about concrete I said this, is we got all these data center pours, or jobs, I guess. And my company's small, and we only have 4 locations around, the loop of Indy, northeast, or whatever, north, south, east, and west. But we're pouring 2 data centers way, meaning like 40 miles outside of Indy. So anybody that knows concrete work, driving 40 miles in a mixer truck on the highway is not.
You gotta put reducer in that shit.
Yeah. So we also have trucks going with flatbeds for support stuff. We got water buckets and odds and ends at these job sites, just in case, right? Because we're going so far away. And yesterday I got a call at like 4 o'clock that we had a blowout on the trailer, and a truck, semi-truck with a flatbed, and a mixer were coming back home, and the trailer had a blowout, and the tag axle on one of the mixer trucks, which he was unloaded, so he didn't technically have to be running his tag axle down. Anyways, blew out, pulled into for anybody that runs 74 out of Indy, the Newton exit, or Greenfield, Indiana, Petro TA, it'd be on like the north side of I-74. They both sitting in there, pulled in, and there was a blue. I could see it from the highway, because you can see the whole lot from the highway. There was sitting on the side out by the highway was a Kentucky Wildcat blue Hurricane truck sitting right there as I was pulling off the exit to go change tires. I was like, "You've got to be fucking shitting me."
No way.
I swear to God. Yeah, I was like, "You've got to be shitting me." I saw it, and I was about to start calling people, and I was trying to figure out how I could what I could do to go hide myself, because I was scared shitless that I was going to get walked up on and beat down in the parking lot, even though I had a service truck with me, and I was meeting 3 guys, big burly concrete guys to change tires. But it was a 2023 model, so crisis averted. Whew. You don't know how happy I was when I saw that it was a 23 model, right? It was not, which it wouldn't have been him anyways, because he wasn't working there yesterday, right? He'd already turned his truck in, but neither here nor there. I just thought it was funny. I was like,
Makes you think though, did he?
Yep.
Did he?
Anytime, maybe they can just walk right up on you.
Well, since the years on the hood of the truck, it's like,
yeah,
okay, that's on it.
I was so nervous that I knew where my drivers were. They were in the back corner, on on basically the opposite corner per se of the lot. It would never saw, you would never saw me anyways, because we were on the opposite side of the lot with, it's 4:30 by the time I got there. The truck parking lot was pretty much full. Well, that wasn't full, but you would never saw us over there, right? Anyways, because it's the opposite from where the shop and the restaurant and the, whatever the truck stop was, the building.
Mm-hmm.
But I drove right past it with my windows down. I had a blanket over my head, like a Durka. And then when I saw 23 as the last two numbers, I took the blanket off and rolled my window down and did the deuces that's a good looking truck, as I drove by, flipped the strobes.
Yeah, people don't realize if you guys are gonna go to Hurricane or whatever, the last two numbers of the truck number is the year of the truck.
Yeah, that's for any of their trucks too. FYI, somebody asked me that, but like supposedly 380, it doesn't matter what the truck is, right? That's just not their newer trucks, right? They've done that forever, I think. What I understand on everything, from the get go. So you can always tell what they're running, or what year it is. Not that matters, but you can always tell what year they're running. Which actually, that's actually really good. I mean, for them, like as an in company thing, I don't know. I think that's a great idea because, like when I'm looking to work on shit, right? It'd be nice to know sometimes what the model year is, and the only way I can tell is I have to Google or get the truck number if I'm not familiar with it, and get on my sheet or call my boss and ask him, or get up to the truck and be like, what year is this, right?
Yeah, but then
Hey, do you guys use fiber mesh out there?
Yes, we do. We do. I mean, it depends, right? But we do. We put so where I work before I started. I mean, my sole base is on our east plant, right, the east side of the city plant. But I mean, because I'm the only one that has a service truck, so I go everywhere. But I mean, if nothing, day to day, when I leave the house in the morning, 4 out of the 5 days a week, I go straight to our east plant, and that is our newest plant. It's only, I think it's 4 years old now. It's either 4 or 5 years old now. It was brand new when I started because I've only worked there like 4 years. It was brand new, and it is all computer controlled, right? From fiber mesh to water to it's all like you just put in you enter the load, right? The batch guy enters the load, and it does all the calculations and all the stuff on its own, right? Like he just says, we want a 4,000 psi with a 5 slump with whatever fiber mesh, right? Whatever the fiber mesh they want, or if it's something different, right? The little cotton, we use that cotton. I don't know what they call it, but that cotton stringy stuff too. That was kind of before it looks like insulation, sort of, kind of.
Really?
Yeah, it's like it looks like you ever pulled a pillow apart, right? And it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, I know what you're talking about, but that's crazy.
Whatever, like a synthetic.
Because fiber mesh, all that is like cut up rope.
Yeah. We probably use more of the fiber mesh, but we use I don't know. I call it like a cotton mesh, but I'm sure there's an actual name for it. And it's not like, if you've never seen it, right? If you pull a pillow apart, right, and you get that synthetic, looks like cotton balls wet, that stuff just turns into like a slimy, it turns into like a slimy rope. This stuff does not do that, right? It's like fiber. It's like the fiber stuff it still stays like you can get water and concrete on it, and it's still fluffy, sorta. I mean, in a way. But it's all connected. It's not like fiber. It kind of all stays as like it's all.
I'm gonna tell you a funny ass mixer joke, but real quick, I gotta address LVC. SoCal needs to name his company name to a natural disaster like earthquake trucking since he's in California. Let me tell you something, LVC. I don't even feel no earthquakes. I never feel earthquakes. So I realize people that don't live in California have the earthquake joke. Well, why don't you worry about these other states that worry about hurricanes and shit like that? That's what you guys need to worry about, because that really fucks a lot of shit up.
They should call hurricane tornado. There ain't no hurricanes up there.
Right.
Yeah, there's tornadoes in Texas, all that shit. You guys better worry about that shit. Earthquakes, I watch it on the news, but it don't affect nobody. So apparently it affects you, though, LVC. You're worried about it.
Yeah. Well, in Atlanta, you're right. Fiberglass mesh, yeah, that's like five. But they make all kinds of different mesh, right? Like they make a polymer mesh, like that stuff I was just talking about. Like I don't know, there's a name for it, right? Probably Google it real quick. But they make all kinds of different mesh, right? They make a plastic. They make fiberglass. I mean, the fiberglass is probably what originally was mesh, but now they make all kinds of shit. They make you can get mesh that's in, I don't even know what the metal is, but it's like lead or something, right? It's very malleable metal, and it, so it will bend per se, like around rocks or whatever you want to call it, right? They make like and I don't know what, if it's obviously an alloy, if it's an aluminum or something that does.
Let's ask him a question. Atlanta, what is the purpose of rebar, and what's the purpose of wire mesh? And what is, so I'll let you do those, and all that shit. What's the purpose of it? While you're doing that, I'm gonna tell what happened. So check this out. I don't know what you guys use over there, right? But I remember when I first started, when I was at the first company, right? We hauled color, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so back when I was fucking around with that shit. Nope, it's not strength. You're wrong. Absolutely wrong, Atlanta. He is wrong.
What'd you ask
him, bro? You failed the fucking quiz.
Yeah. What'd you ask him? I wasn't even listening.
Rebar and wire mesh is in concrete. Why?
Oh. Well,
it has nothing to do with strength. Strength is cement. The reason why you put rebar and the reason why you put rebar and wire mesh in concrete is so if it cracks, it stays together.
Yeah, it stays in one. It doesn't separate when it cracks, and it also is supposedly to help, to subside it from cracking, right? And it helps to when you make your
cold joints.
So when you make your relief cuts, that it will stay tracked. Where the per se, because obviously if you don't know, but you're supposed to. I know they don't do it like this. They probably haven't for many years because of fiber mesh and stuff like that. But you're supposed to lay rebar. You're supposed to have a grid layout, right? Old school people, like a driveway, they would have a grid layout, right? And you would lay your mesh with the grid layout. That way they knew when they made the relief cuts, right? A relief cut, that there would be rebar going at a perpendicular angle, right? So they knew, so you should put your cuts to hopefully hit rebar at a direct 90-degree perpendicular for the cracking, or whatever you want to call it, right? To slow the crack, or control where the cracks are, I guess is the way to say that, to control where the cracks are. Because concrete's always going to crack. You're trying to control.
What's the one thing they hate about rebar and wire mesh? What's the one, Atlanta, what's the one thing they hate about? So there's nothing that replaces rebar, right? So let me take that out of the equation. Wire mesh. So fiber mesh replaces wire mesh. Why did they create that? What is it that they hate about wire mesh?
I don't know the answer to that.
They made fiber mesh for one reason. I mean, besides it saves labor. Johnny got it. See, Lanny, don't even know. Goddamn Johnny got it right. Rust.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
What does rust do to concrete?
Yep. Corrodes it.
Contaminates it.
Yeah, contaminates it, and then of course at some point could discolor it, right? If it's got a tract of water,
contaminates it.
Surface.
So Atlanta, man, trust me, bro. You and I can sit down at a table about concrete. I used to be a supervisor at 2 different companies. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm by no means a concrete.
Anyway.
Basics. I do know that it's that, right. So, and obviously up here, I'm sure most states is right. Summertime we use advanced stuff to advance the the shit on it because of the temperatures, and then we of course use retarder in the winter times, right, to help with the cold.
We use POS 220.
Right, they depend on what they want, but like right now, these jobs that we're hauling way south, these data centers, is they're putting in like this retarder and this mixture of retarder and this advance, right? They use both. That helps it be able to make it the 40 miles with basically no problems, which is crazy, right? Just whatever chemical, I don't know, chemistry they're using to put in both.
So
wild,
what's the
right?
difference between the retarder, which is like, some places they call it pause? Again, this is an Atlanta question.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Since he likes these questions, right? So, pause and water. Tell me why they use the pause. So it retards it, but why don't they add water? Why is, how can I ask this shit? What's the main number one thing in concrete that's the enemy of the concrete? It's against it for PSI. Let's do that. You know that, Narc. But there's one ingredient. There's one ingredient in concrete, and even though they put the ingredient in there, it's against the PSI of the concrete. There you go, Lana. You got one right. Water.
I was going to say water would be my guess, and he already put that. But that would be my guess because that's the one feature that any plant in the world, whether it's a wet plant, a dry plant, a bowl plant, whatever it is, that water is always the problem, right? It's not usually any of the admixtures or the aggregate or the cement. It's the water is what always causes the problems for
I don't want to make
mixture up, right?
Yeah, I don't want to make this a concrete channel or nothing, but I just got to tell you a funny story, right?
Yeah.
So when I started in, we had color, right? So if you guys don't know, now when I'm doing my story, I'm going to ask what you have over there, right? But they had sacks of color.
Yep.
They wanted red, if they wanted green, whatever. The mixer driver would pull up to the color shed, climb up on the ladder, and it's powder, like coffee or whatever the fuck, or like the chocolate milk. Fucking, you put the powder in chocolate milk to make chocolate milk, and they would pour that shit in the hopper on top. The funniest shit, bro, was everybody hated fucking Holland Black.
Mm-hmm.
They climb up there, fucking wind would be blowing, they'd pour that fucking black in there, that shit would slap them in the fucking face, get on their clothes, they're just fucked up.
Looking like a polisher after it all done.
Honestly, I don't know the answer to this. I kind of do just because I've been at two different companies. But here in Indy, there's a company. It's Creative Concrete Solutions here in Indy that does color for everybody. Right? I know there's more than that. Right? Like IMI, I think they have their own color division, but this Creative Concrete Solutions does color for everybody. Right? That's how they bring it, right, in bags. Obviously, you know.
So the second company I worked at, right? They were way high tech. Their color was liquid.
Yep.
So the driver never had to even fuck with it. You know, when the truck was batched, it would just shoot it in there with the water.
Yep. So I'm sure, and I don't know different areas, but I don't think this is anything new. But like, so IMI, right, which is the big dog. Well, SRMs came over and kind of taken that over because they bought everybody. But IMI was, or sort of is, that's Irving Materials Inc., right? They're the big dogs around here, and they were the first ones to run like the bowl plants, right, where they have like a mixing bowl. It's not just a wet batch plant, right? It has a bowl, right, where they put everything and it mixes like a freaking, I don't know, like a goddamn bowl at a bakery. They started doing liquid. I don't know when, multiple years ago, COVID times maybe. I don't know, where they would put in the bowl, and their problem that they started having is that the bowl, even though they would wash it out, is it would hold certain colors.
It was like still stained.
Yeah, it was like certain heavy colors, right? Like like a black, probably more of a black, right? Just because that's a heavy color. And so they would
what we used to do when we had a job hauling color like black, because it would fuck up the truck too. So what we would do, it was 100 yards, we just put the same trucks on it repeatedly. We wouldn't
Right.
contaminate the other trucks with it, and then at the end, they'd have to do a hell of a washout. And sometimes I'd put like rock or something in their drums.
Yep, the
Let
water,
it beat
yep.
that shit up, and then wash it out.
Yep, that's what we used to. Well, I just say we used to. That's what we usually do. Is if they haul, depending on what the color is, right? But those guys are required to do wet rock washouts and then dry, and then they had to run test runs and stuff. So it wasn't because we do a lot of our company does. I mean, our special because they're small. That's why we do lots of driveways and stuff, right? We don't get on big jobs. This data center thing is probably the biggest. Oh, well, I can tell you it's the biggest jobs we've ever been on since I've been part of the company.
We've done tilt ups. We've done freeway jobs. Like we do 1,200 yards in a day.
Yeah, we never did, like concrete, like I-65 or something, right? Like we never did stuff like that. We always just did driveways and like footers and piers, per se little stuff, right? Lots of little things because we're small. I mean, we have. I think there's 200. I think we have like 200 mixer trucks, but yeah, that's relatively small. I mean, that's big, right? It's a lot of trucks, but I mean, spread across 4 locations, it's not. Yeah, it's 50 trucks.
4 locations.
And I mean, that's a lot of trucks, right? 50 trucks is a lot of trucks, but I mean, comparative to like IMI has 80 plants around central.
It depends if everywhere you're going is like kind of far, you need a lot of trucks. Otherwise, you're not covering orders.
Yeah, that's exactly why we have. That sounds like a lot of trucks, but I mean, we literally have 4. We don't have any temporary or setup plants, right? So, we have to have when they're loading out, right? We'll have plants. I mean, we'll have trucks, at our new facilities, right? We'll have trucks lined up down the road. We'll have our 50 trucks and we'll have 25 or 30 other trucks stacked up in parking lots right down the road waiting because we don't have, it's a thing like this data center where the jobs are 30 miles away from anything, right? So just the hauling becomes, right, when they need lots of concrete, the hauling part, to keep trucks rolling, we have to have lots of trucks. IMI, right, they have a location every 12 miles, right, or something, I think, or it's like every 8 miles or something, per se, in any direction, right, you can hit an IMI plant.
How long can a concrete stay in a truck before it starts getting fucked up? I mean, how fast do you got to get it there and get it off?
It depends on how fast you spin the barrel. It depends what PSI it is, because the more cement, the faster it wants to go off like a firecracker.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're just like a standard driveway that's like 4,000, and we know they're gonna be.
You guys are putting 4,000 PSI in a driveway?
I don't know. I'm throwing out numbers. I don't know what they use for driveways.
Yeah. I'm over here on driveway, we use like 2,000 PSI.
Yeah. So our driveway trucks are set on like an hour and a 90-minute timer, right? That's usually what it is. It's just a 90-minute.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we go off of is from the time, obviously, he backs out of the plant, they start a 90-minute timers, depending on what. And most of our stuff, like I said, we don't do a whole lot of high tensile stuff and specialized stuff, right? And so 90 minutes.
Hey, do you guys have concrete pumpers?
How far away you live from getting this done from a plant, too? Like you live out in the middle of nowhere.
No, they have like pause, like he says, retarder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and you can go hours if you put that shit in there.
Yeah,
but the thing is
I'm just saying like standard, not.
But here's the thing, though, right? Yeah,
or anything, right? Back in the day,
But here's the thing, so in a computer you have I don't know what the fuck they call them.
Mountain Dew, Atlanta.
They make the mixes, right? It's like a blueprint on a house. But they create a mix, right? And it looks just like a blueprint. Mm-hmm. So you got to put it all in the computer. You can't deviate from that. If it's going far away, they got to go make a mix just for that because you got to put so much retarder in it. It kills the PSI, the strength of the concrete.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So they have to create special mixes for that kind of stuff. You can't just get a regular mix and say, "Oh shit, man, that's 2 hours away." Just go ahead and put in 20 ounces of pause. It'll be all right. Like, you can't do that.
Yep.
Because the concrete will be fucked.
When I was at SRM, right, is we were, if you know that area, right, that was, well, it still is, but it's a big building. It was a big boom. They're kind of done now, but they were building warehouses right there. I don't know, they probably put 20 or 25 up right there in that area. Is we were doing, because our plant was right there, is we were doing a bunch of the cable floors, you know, the whatever the floors where they can tighten, you know, the cables across them and do it and tighten whatever, pull the strength up. Is those are like 30-minute setups, right? Because they didn't want any kind of retarder or any of that kind of shit in there, for whatever reason. That's beyond me. I just know that's what. And so when they left, now they were just going like right across the street, like literally, like I could see our trucks, right? I could hear them, but they were on a stupid short window, right? Like if anything happened, right? It was an emergency. Like anything happened.
I've seen plants like on interstates when they're repaving them in concrete. They'll put a plant out, you know, in that area.
Oh yeah. You know why they do that, right?
So the shit gets there quicker.
Nope.
No traffic.
Nope. Because it costs less money.
Cost. It's just cheaper.
Yep.
Just general.
It's cheaper just to do it right there and have 5 trucks than it is be 45 minutes away and have 20 trucks.
Yeah.
They worry about cold joints. And here's another thing too. I did freeway pours, right? You can't sit there and wait for that shit to cure up.
Nope.
They put accelerator in that shit. That shit's gonna go off in 30 minutes. So they gotta pour that shit, finish it, get it all done, and when the freeway opens, it's ready to go.
They put that shit down thick too, man. You see that shit going down, it's like, damn. Yep.
When I was at SRM, right, we did the 65 right there by Whitestown. That right between Whitestown going north to where 52, which is like 2 exits down, right? And I never. I mean, I don't know, maybe we should, but I never knew how thick, right? Like that was. It was like the first layer was like 12 inches, I think, and then the second layer was like 28 inches or something. So technically, it was almost 4 foot, right? I mean, give her whatever that is, 30.
And it's crazy that rebar. That's some big, heavy ass duty rebar.
Yep. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, crazy amounts of rebar, crazy thick, wild, like fucking inch strand shit. Yeah, wild. And I never. I mean, I guess we know it's thick, but that's why if you ever see, so 465 a couple years ago, they were patching all the, they were doing sections, right? Little
cut them out. Yep.
Yeah, you probably remember because you came in there a lot, right? And they had half the highway shut down. Is when they were cutting those out, obviously they were pulling chunks out that looked like one of those freaking Jersey barriers, right? They're pulling chunks out that were 4 foot, because they'd stack stuff on stop of stuff, over the decades when they didn't know, or it was, old school methods, right? They didn't clean it all out, so they just put some on top of, what was good. It's like, oh, this section is good, we can pour right on top of it, right? And be 5 foot thick concrete on the highway. It's
crazy.
Wild.
Yeah, seeing them pours, you see the concrete machine that just poured it, and how thick it is, and then they spray some shit on it. It's crazy, man.
Yep. There is a car when that was happening on 465. I'm sure this happens everywhere, but they were going out there. That was when Hellcats and shit were kind of new, and they were going out there in the shutdown sections late at night, right? Like these guys doing those interstate or whatever they were, and there was videos of Hellcats being stuck in them little, because like I said, they would cut a section of a lane, right? The whole highway shut down, so you're not supposed to be in there, right? But they'd have
stop you in a heartbeat, dude. That'll flip your car.
Yeah, they'd have a lane, a whole lane cut, but it'd only be, I don't know, a 4 foot wide section, right? So it'd be 8 foot by 4 foot cut, and there would be it happened like 3 different times. Is there'd be like a Hellcat ass end sticking out of it, right? Because he's 4 foot down in the hole, right? You would thought he would have just like jumped over it, but for whatever reason, maybe they were, I don't know, is they fall down in there because they were just breaking.
When they had like the whole shoulder cut away, and you just got like pylons up, and it's like, that's like a 4 foot drop off, dude. You'll roll the fucking truck over if you went in there.
Yeah, you get lost up there. right? You drop
Yeah.
your car in there and no one know you were in there because you were below the road surface, right? Like,
I don't know if this ever happened to you, Narc, but we had mixers roll over, and I'll tell you how. These contractors, you know, they're not the smartest people in the world, right? So they got this big ass ditch, but they need concrete on the other side. So they'll put fucking wood down and whatever, and put sand on it, and try to pack it down or whatever the fuck, whatever. Goddamn the concrete truck fucking shows up the mixer, hit that shit, boom, there it goes over.
Yep, it just immediately eat. So earlier you asked me if we had pump trucks for it. We don't have our own, right? We're contracted with the local company, George's, which they do everybody, right? So that's not giving anything away, but we and I say we because again it's not us, but they did a setup, and that's what is the people, the subdivision, whoever, the dirt prep, I don't know who did it. Is they had taken wood, right, over like on an edge, like a ravine or like a lake or a pond they're building, and they put wood and then they put 2 or 3 foot of dirt on it, right? So no one knew, right, that there wasn't dirt, right? Because it just looked like it was natural dirt, right? They just whatever, and we had a pumper truck set up right over and put his outriggers on this wood dirt thing they built, like, you know, and they'd done like 6 or 8 months earlier, right, when they were setting up the subdivision, because they knew they were going to need that room at some point for mixer trucks or whatever equipment, whatever, when they're doing the roads and the driveways and stuff. And yeah, we rolled, and I say we, but they rolled over a pump truck.
Some of those pump trucks can get to be like 80, 90,000 pounds, dude, just by itself. It's not heavier. Some of them are big, man. Badass looking too.
Yep. And the only two I've been part of, and I say is two mixer trucks, which is probably not a lot really, because I mean I've been fucking with this shit for 10 years, but and they both were exactly what you said, is they were like going into driveways where they just put fresh dirt to make room to get trucks in and out or be able to turn or make the turns or back around or whatever, and they washed out, right? Both of them sank or washed out, whatever you want to call it, and they just boop, you know, right over.
Then you got to call Pepe's towing out with the rotators and get it moved.
Yep.
He's got some cool videos, man.
Really quick. How many guys hit the dang like button, man? I want everybody in the comment section to hit the like button. That determines when I go live again. It ain't the cash apps and the chat, what do you call that shit? Super chats and I don't give a fuck about none of that crap. I care about likes. And if the likes suck, that just means it's going to take longer for me to go live again.
Yep. All right, I got to get out of here. I got to start grilling so I can go live. I'm out. Good call.
Bye, Felicia.
I'll be sending links out later, people. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you for the mic.
All day.
I was at the Highway 80 truck show for like 3 days. The Highway 80 truck show for like 3 days.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah,
I've never been
when I went over there, I was in a Pokemon truck and I had them put in the CB and everything in that shit.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yep. Well, shit, we've been on this thing. God damn it, man. Seriously? 3 fucking hours? The hell? Yeah. Man, that means nobody's going to watch it because there's nobody who's sitting and watch a 3-hour fucking live stream.
Trip went live, then you went live, now Narc's going live.
You went live? Oh, Trip.
Trip went live earlier, yeah. Narc jumped in there a little bit. So.
Everybody, I appreciate it. Hey, quick, did you see the beginning of my intro of my song?
A little bit of it, man. I came in a little late because I was in and out. I was in, but then I got out, and I came back in. But yeah, I heard a little bit of it. It's pretty cool, man. It's different. Yeah.
I know it says streaming soon, but I'm gonna use a song to outro this thing.
Yeah. You gotta listen to the lyrics. It says a message. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Hey, what up, Flatbed Day? So where is this? Right? Oh, that's not it. Right here. So, all right, Mr. Quick.
All right.
Till next time, my dude.
All right, man. Y'all be good out
I'm
there.
gonna starting stream soon. Intro. I'm gonna make it the outro, so don't get confused because I gotta make it for the outro. So Appreciate you guys fucking with me, man. Enjoy the intro outro song. Listen to the words, people. Listen to the words. Thanks, Quick.
Later, bro.
Yeah. Chrome shining. Midnight highway. Some talk trucking. Some really lived it. Sunset fading while the stacks blow smoke. Still chasing dollars, that's the code I wrote. Peterbilt gliding with the lights down low. Every mile earned, yeah, the highway note. See these new cats acting like they veterans. 6 months driving, giving out seminars. Talking real loud at the truck stop door. I was hauling freight before they knew the score. Both hands squeezing on the steering wheel. Seat air so high they touch the ceiling still. Talking like professors. Never seen black ice, never crossed down a praying just to save their life. Mirror full of chrome and a pocket full of gold. This road don't care about your likes or your polls. Out here every mile writes another page. Experience can't be bought, it only comes with age.
Through the midnight sky. Money on your mind. Let the fate roll by. Till the morning light. Real ones never fall. Keep that chrome alive.
Dispatch calling saying loads running late. Still cool as ice, never panic with fate. Seen mountains, deserts, hurricanes too. Still showing up when the work comes through. Everybody famous on the live stream now. Giving bad advice, trying to teach folks how. If you don't know, just say you don't know. Too many people planting seeds, they never help grow. This ain't hate, it's respect that's earned. Every wrong turn, every lesson learned. Grease on the boots, coffee stains on the seat. Every paycheck got sweat mixed deep. The highway remembers. Every mile, every sacrifice. The road don't lie.